semblance.
You have to write a letter for what?
Why not that you want to make
You want to talk to the pastor?
you want to make a testimony? Yeah? I have seen it. James chapter 4 verse 4.
Hear this here, listen, hear this here.
Submit yourselves therefore to God. Oh, James chapter 4 verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses.
So who's the adulterers and adulteresses?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Let me see if you're paying attention.
I'm listening.
Alright. The adulterers and adulteresses is us. Children of Israel. Why we commit adultery? We leave our power and went to serve other power. Other gods. Different religion. Spiritual fornication. Yeah, go ahead.
In the book of Jeremiah chapter 5 and verse 7. How shall I pardon thee for this?
Yeah.
Thy children have forsaken me.
Who's the Most High children? Children of Israel. Alright. I want you to be in the same mind, you understand? So you can understand where we're coming from. Go ahead.
And sworn by them that are no gods.
So who the children of Israel sworn by? They're sworn by this white Jesus. Right? They're sworn by Allah. They're sworn by Selassie. They're sworn by material thing. They're worshiping women. They're worshiping right? You understand what I'm saying, right? So they're sworn by them that were no God. Mean they have no power. There's idols. You understand? Right.
It says, when I had fed them to the full.
Most High fed us. The Most High gave me this heritage. He chose me to be his people. So the Most High fed us to the full. Right, go ahead.
Even that go back to when Most High fed us manna in the wilderness. He fed us to the full. He rained manna from heaven and he fed the Israelites to the full. And just immediately, like not too long after he fed them to the full, they went and made what? A golden calf. Alright, they committed adultery right after he fed them to the full. See what the scripture is saying here? When I had fed them to the full, they then committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in harlot houses.
You know what the harlot house is? What's a harlot house? What's a harlot house? I know you know. Never been to one before? So how you don't know what's a harlot house if you never been to one before? Well, it's a whole house. A harlot house is a whole house. So the most I said, each church is a harlot house because it's inside of committing spiritual fornication.
So that's all the false churches?
Yeah, all the churches. But the word church go back to the word ecclesia, which we get the character call out. This is the church, right now in church. The church is a gathering of people, not a building. Right, so go back to the James 4:4.
James chapter 4 verse 4. Ye are adulterers and adulteresses.
So speaking to the children of Israel, that we all sin against the Most High. We all. Right, go ahead.
Know ye not, the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh.
So you hear the Most High said? Know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? The Most High made this world. This is what the scripture says. You say that? Go back again slower.
This is the book of James chapter 4 verse 4. From the top. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God, our God.
So the Most High, say if you love this world, the Most High said that the Most High, the friendship of this world is enmity to him. This world, the ways of this world is contrary to the ways of the Heavenly Father. Go ahead.
That's right. Scripture go on to say, whosoever therefore will be a friend with the world,
whosoever, the Israelites, whosoever is the Israelites, because the heathens, if they could do what they want, they don't be punished. It's their world. So the whosoever is the Israelites. Whosoever, go ahead.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world, is the enemy of God, our God.
So if you're a friend of this world, you're the enemy to the Most High. Me, you're celebrating Christmas, Valentine, taking part in Carnival, you understand, Mother's Day, Father's Day, you love homosexual, you have no problem with homosexual, you have no problem with this whole entire system. So you're the enemy to the Most High. 1 John 2:15. 1 John chapter 2 So the world, you talk about God's love the world, is not this wicked ass world. No, it's the Israelites he love. The Israelites is the world he love.
That's right.
That's why he punish me. That's why you see these men out here, crackers and vagrants and the dying in the street tower. When you love your children, you put your hand on them when they go wrong. That's why you see these things are meant to be. Because the Most High love us.
That's right.
And when we go off, he put the hand on us.
Hey, Salakia, when I was younger, I mean, I even see it on a studied show before I was even in the truth. They used to say black people curse.
Man, I hear them growing up.
Yeah, like black people curse. Because like we always fighting against one another. It's like a crab in a barrel. We always we can't succeed in business. We can't succeed in business. You understand? We can't make it. And then I come to the truth and I understand that we're not black people, we are Israelites.
That's right.
Right? And I understand that what? We are cursed. Right? When you get a chance, you can get Daniel chapter 9 verse 11. Babu Shah.
Bring it out one time. Bring it. Let's hold it.
In Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11, it says, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
Yeah, all Israel have transgressed thy law. What's the law? The brother went and said, the law, right? What is sin? Because it said we transgress the law. Sin is a transgression of the law. And I show you the brother went and said that the law was only given to Jacob. And only Israel, he didn't do so with any other nation. So all the other races are concerned about, the Most High didn't give them it. That will make us holy. That will make us separate. That will make us special. When I went to the word peculiar, these are the terms that was used in peculiar in Deuteronomy. We are a peculiar nation, right? We holy, we separate, we special. We special, right? Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 9 verse 11, yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing.
Yes, even by departing, they depart from the law. Right? We had a covenant with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, like the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, that was going to keep His commandments or their commandments. Right? That what made us special and above these nations. We don't have sex with goats. We don't give sacrifice unto idols. That's what these heathen nations do. Right? That's what the so-called Africans, they are the sons of Ham. The so-called East Indians and the Elamites. Right? Go ahead.
That they might not obey the voice, therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
Yeah, because the Lord said in Numbers, He said what? The Most High is not as man, neither the Son of the Most High, that they should lie. Right? So the oath and the curse, which pertains to Deuteronomy chapter 28, that if we broke His law, statutes, and commandments, we're going to be cursed. If we kept His law, statutes, and commandments, we're going to be blessed. Right? So that oath, the Most High ain't lie. He bring that curse upon us. As right now, 2/3 of our nation are underneath that curse. But 1/3 and the elect, they've been lifted out of that curse. Right? Still underneath circumstance and condition because He then ruling over us. But we've been lifted out of it mentally. And when the scripture says flee out of Babylon, right? It doesn't mean to literally take a plane and leave Babylon, which is America spiritually. Right? It means to take your mind out of it. Right? We don't seek comfort in what? Cigarettes. There's an old head, there's a head. The scripture said go to the ancients. And they will show you, but the Lord said He take away wisdom from them, from the old men. And He gave it unto but babes and suckling. He can't tell me who I am. He will tell me that I'm an African. And I tell him no, I'm an Israelite. He's going to tell me you mad. You understand? The Most High remove the knowledge of who we are from the ancient. Right? They are complacent. They are what the scripture describes putting new wine in old skins. There's an old skin.
Okay, I get you. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
Before you move, right?
I appreciate it.
Before you move, explain to me 3 things that you learn and that you understand. 3 things before you move. Want to make sure you gain some kind of understanding, like to go and find your own research.
Alright, 3 things I've learned. 3 things I've learned from you guys.
Not from we guys, from the Most High and His Son. Yeah.
The 3 things that I will remember is that the Israelites, salvation is for the Israelites.
And who are the Israelites? Who are the Israelites?
The Israelites. That's the second one I was going to mention. The Africans, the so-called So all Africans, Latinos, the American Indians, yes.
Even the Caribbean Arab, we say native. They're who you call Indians of our tribe.
Yes.
Of our nation.
And Jesus.
Yeah.
There's no J in the Greek alphabet.
No J in
And
the Hebrew.
in the Hebrew, neither there's no J in the Greek.
Yeah.
Hence, the word Jesus is actually a derivative of the Greek god Zeus, with the S to it. Right,
So do your research.
yeah, of course.
Go do your research.
By the way, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. I am a minister of the gospel. So I study Hebrew, and this is not being boastful or anything. I deliberately asked the question, I deliberately operated the way that I did to just to hear what you guys thought you would react.
Yeah.
I studied the Hebrew,
What's
Hebrew
Hebrew?
language.
What's Hebrew?
Right, I had to do that at school. I studied Koine Greek, in which the New Testament was written. So, the Cilicia and Jesus and all the Greek words,
You know
I'm
that.
quite familiar with them and all the grammatical construction. I agree with all of that. Right? And
So where you going to do next? Where's your next step? Now that you know what you say already, you're familiar. So where's your step?
I'm familiar.
To continue in lies or
so
change?
I have my I do my own personal studies and stuff.
Before you go?
There's something that is often peddled around that Joshua in the Hebrew actually means how some persons pronounce it as Yeshua, right? I'm just saying how certain people pronounce it, right? In the Hebrew as Yeshua, right? Which means
Lord.
salvation.
We had the same translation.
And the name of Jesus carries a similar connotation.
Right. Savior, deliverer.
Yeah, so
That's the one person who Pastor called Pastor McPherson.
yeah, he taught me Hebrew.
He taught you Hebrew.
Yes, he did.
He didn't also teach you that when he found out that 7 day which is Saturday according to the world is incorrect according to the Bible.
Yes,
He never teach you that.
He didn't teach it. He didn't teach it. He shared it with.
Because
He shared
when
it
he went to
with.
the council of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, they rejected him and tell him they would have fire him if he bring that doctrine out. So Pastor McPherson in return refused to bring out the truth in order to keep him jail.
Yes, as I said, he taught me Hebrew. He taught me Hebrew, and he shared
Knowledge with you.
every now and then. He shared that concept with us, right? What I do know, and this is about personal experience, a person that is versed in the Hebrew language often tends to contradict Christianity to a large extent, right?
Let's take it there. Show me Christianity in the Bible.
Huh?
Show me Christianity in
No,
the
you
Bible.
won't see the word Christianity.
Who was the first?
So where it come from?
Who's the first Christians in the Bible? Who's the first Christians in the Bible?
Well, your brother, the fellow just highlighted in Antioch.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Well, who are they?
huh?
Who are they?
The Israelites, I guess.
All right.
So, yes, you guys would have heard that. Yeah, so, thank you guys for your time. I appreciate.
I can share something with you. You know, you ever heard about the slave Bible?
No,
Right.
but that Bible, I have that a part of my library.
All right. What the
I have the
Apocrypha?
Apocrypha.
All right.
I have Ellen G. White, yeah, I have Ellen G. White, yeah. But I don't play much emphasis on Ellen G. White, even though I'm a minister of the gospel of Seventh-day Adventist too.
No, but hear this, right? This
I
one-
have the Apocrypha and I have the
You read the red Bible?
Jubilee?
It did not come into my head right now. I can't remember the book.
Alright. No, what I was going to ask you, the slave Bible, right? Is the Bible that they gave to the slaves, right? That they could have read, right? That Bible had what? 90% of the Old Testament removed?
Correct.
And they had 50% of the New Testament removed. And alongside with that Bible is what you have modern day Christianity. Meaning to say, that Bible, when you go into it, it was used for what? White supremacy. It was used for control, for bringing the making the slaves submissive unto their masters. What was that?
Wait, the slaves under subjection.
Under subjection, yeah. It was used for control. And that is with the use of that Bible and modern day Christianity, right? That is the doctrine that Christians preach. Plantation Christianity, we call it, right? It's not the full truth. So if you have 2/3 or something, you have a whole? No, you have 2/3 or something.
Correct.
1/1 is a whole, right? So you're missing something. So this is 100% truth that we give it. From history, heritage, nationality, from all the way up to prophecy, right?
This is Isaiah 8:20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them.
Yeah, because there's no light in them. Yes, sir. So that, yeah. You say I'm minister. The word minister means what?
I don't know. You tell me.
The word minister means to serve. Yeah. So the word minister means to serve. So we're not out here serving our pockets, our bellies. We're out here serving the Lord. By what? By what the Lord said to Peter. He said, Peter, do you love me? He said, yes, Lord, feed my sheep. Peter, do you love me? Yes, Lord, feed my sheep. Peter was greedy. He said, Peter, do you love me? Peter was greedy. He was annoyed. He said, yes, Lord, you know. He said, feed my lambs. So this is his service, to teach you truth. You understand? He said, give me Matthew 10, and you know what I want.
I really have to make a move.
This is the last precept, I promise. I promise, I ain't said the Lord promise. Go ahead. Matthew 10 and
It says?
start from verse 3.
Where's our minutes for me?
To serve.
Minister unto serve them.
What?
Matthew chapter 10, verse 3 with Philip.
No.
Inside, verse 12.
Verse 3. Yeah. What do you say? Go.
Can't. Matthew 12 and verse 5, it says, these 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles and into any city of the Samaritans. Enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So that just cut anything that you tell me that you won't love the world, right? You tell them straight, go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Go ahead.
And as you go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
That's our doctrine. The Most High command. The Lord, before he send destruction, before he come to deliver, he says he always send forth his prophets. Go ahead.
Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
And that's the point I wanted to get. So we're not out here with our collection pot. We're out here to serve, to give what? Knowledge, the nationality, the heritage, and the prophecies.
One question, I can't remember if you highlighted it when you gave the explanation with Paul being the minister of the Gentiles, right? Who, in a brief 2 sentences, who are the Gentiles? I can't remember if you explained that.
Scripture, just give me the scripture one time.
Yeah, who are the
It's the book of
Gentiles?
Ephesians. I don't have my page open, so the Ephesians.
No.
It's Ephesians. So what?
Well, straight scripture. So you are a minister, right? So you're supposed to understand this.
Ephesians chapter 2. I'll start at 1 and 1, right? So you can know who Paul is speaking to. Ephesians chapter 1, verse 1. Paul, an apostle of Yahushua HaMashiach by the will of God, to the saints which are at Ephesus, and to the faithful in Yahushua HaMashiach.
So that's the first clue, right? So let me get the answer to that clue. The saints.
The saints that are at Ephesus.
Right, this is Psalm chapter 50. Psalm chapter 149. 49 or 48? 48. Psalm chapter 148,
Last two verses.
verse 14. I'm sorry, 13. Let them praise the name of the Lord, for his name alone is excellent. His glory is above the earth and heaven. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him.
Right, so
praise ye Yahweh.
The saints are the children of Israel. So now when Paul says, let me read it again, Paul, an apostle of Yahweh Shai of Mashiach, right, if you go to the Hebrew tongue, right, not Jesus Christ, by the will of God, to the saints which are at Ephesus. Now when I read in verse chapter 2 now and verse 11, here it says, wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called circumcision in the flesh, made by hands. So the Apostle Paul telling the Israelites, they were called Gentiles. They were Gentiles. You get that? So the Gentile, when the scripture talks about the Gentiles, they talk about the Israelites. Let me continue reading. It says, but now, I'll read verse 12. It says that at that time ye were without Hamashiach, being aliens.
Now the word Hamashiach in the English we say anointed, right? In the Hebrew is sorry, Hebrew is Messiah, and in the Greek I think it's Christ, right?
Yeah, the English is Messiah.
English is Messiah.
Yeah, Mashiach means Messiah,
right?
Which means anointed,
right?
With Messiah.
And the Greek is, or the Latin is what? Christ, right? So the anointed is what? The anointed is what? The Holy Spirit of understanding, right? Go ahead.
It says that at that time you were without Hamashiach, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
Right, to be an alien means about be a stranger. What's the commonwealth? The salvation, right? Well,
it says, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world.
Right? I don't know if you get it. You get it? There was one more explanation.
You get the point, right? There was called, when they say Gentiles, they're referring to the Israelites that was away from their commonwealth. Because as the brother going to the precept here in James,
book of James chapter 1 verse 1, it says, James, the servant of God and of the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad.
Where they are?
Which are scattered abroad.
They're scattered abroad. They're not in the land. They're scattered abroad into all these different lands away from the commonwealth. So when the Most High set up the offices and he made Apostle Paul the apostle or the minister unto the Gentiles, he made him the minister unto the Israelites that were behaving as heathens, that went and followed the ways of the heathens. Because there are countless amount of scriptures that can prove that these heathens, the literal heathens such as Edomites especially, cannot be saved. So it can never be them that this word Gentile is referring to. Alright? So when it says Gentile, it's referring to the Israelites that were away from their commonwealth. Hope that answers your question.
Alright. Thanks for your time, man. We appreciate that. Blessings, man.
Yeah, man.
I hope you come again so we can deal with the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day. Since there are 7 days. So what?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you, neither shall ye diminish aught from it, that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which I command you. Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that followed Baal Peor, the Yahweh thy power had destroyed them from among you. But ye that did cleave unto Yahweh your power are alive, every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Yeah, and only how we're going to be called a great nation is if we keep the Most High's laws, commandments, and statutes. We keep His ordinances. When you check out the word ordinances, come from the word order. When the nation of Israel in order, they're going to be on top. This is what's said in Deuteronomy 28, and from verse 1.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1 and 2.
Right.
It says, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power.
And who is the voice? The voice is the prophets. Alright, and one of the first prophets that the Most High sent out, alright, that was recorded was Moses. He sent that prophet out there with the tablets of stone to bring the laws unto you all. So if you listen to the voice of the Most High, you listen to the prophets, alright, go ahead.
It says, to observe and to do all His commandments, which I command thee this day. To observe and do all His commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh, thy power will set thee on high above all nations.
Will set you on high. Alright, so for the nation of Israel to be called great and to be set on high, alright, they had to keep the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High. And the only way to be called great. Alright, what the scripture says, righteousness exalts a nation. Alright, and so unrighteousness will do the total opposite. Unrighteousness is the reason why we in this captivity, because we to verse 14, if it's still on Deuteronomy 28,
Deuteronomy 28, verse 14. 15. It says, but it shall come to pass, if thou shalt not hearken.
So he's saying on the flip side of things, go ahead.
Unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all His commandments and His statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And as you read in Daniel 9 and 11, it says, hey, because all Israel have transgressed thy laws, all Israel sinned, so therefore the curse is poured out upon us. And the Most High is saying that here. He said, because we disobeyed Him, alright, because we sinned, because we transgressed His laws, the curses come upon us. And we have all the curses from Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15 go right down to 68 is upon us today. Because Israel chose that. They chose the curses. They didn't choose life. They didn't choose exaltation. They didn't choose greatness. Alright? They went about in their rebellious way. Alright?
I'm pretty simple. Down there, bro?
Go ahead, you proceed.
You can. This is 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. It says, my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from the wicked ways. Then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
Mosai said that if Israel will humble themselves and turn and pray, seek His face, He will hear from heaven. And this was a prayer that Solomon prayed to the Most High, right? King Solomon prayed to the Most High and asked the Most High, if Israel do such and such, will you hear from heaven? And the Most High appeared unto him in a vision in the night and tell him that, hey, if you do this, I will hear. If they humble themselves and they turn from the wickedness and they seek His face, He will listen, He will hear from heaven. So, are the Israelites today doing that? Are they humbling themselves and turning and seeking the Most High face? Yeah, look, we outside here on the highways and the byways. The apostles are great milestone outside here on the highways and the byways, all the men and them down outside here.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshai B'Shem
Shalom. The turning, right? So if the turn is the Most High a liar, Scripture said the Most High is not a man that He should lie, neither the Son of Man that He should repent.
There's Baruch chapter 4. That's at 4. That's at 6. You were sold unto the nations, not for your destruction, but because you have moved the Most High.
Right? Anytime you're in a difficult situation, don't turn your back on Him. But well, look to Him, but what Jake did, Jake turned the back on the Lord. Right? They turn the back, Israel watch the Mosai and say, nah, but you can't help me again. This is why going through too hard for you to help me with. But when the scripture said the Mosai hand is not short, that he cannot save. Mosai could save out of any situation, but Jake didn't have faith in the Lord. So what the Mosai did in return, he cast them out from him. He said, go from me because you don't have no faith in me, you don't believe in me, you don't believe that I could help you. Instead, you look to your idol, you look to Jesus Christ, you look to Allah, you look to freaking, yeah, that niggas joining the Hindu faith. That niggas in all kind of different religions and walks of life. Scripture says Ephraim is joined unto idols, let him alone. Right? Israel is all in different, all kind of different philosophies. Black unconscious community and all that shit. Instead of turning to Yahweh Basham Yahushai. The Mosai will destroy it.
This is Deuteronomy 32 and verse 16. They provoke him to jealousy with strange gods, with abominations provoke they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to Yahweh, to powers whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not.
Right, so that's how Jake, that's what Jake did. And all the most I require of Jake is that, hey, when you're in a difficult time or in a prosperous time, yo, turn to me. Just look to me. I ain't doing you nothing wrong, I ain't harming you. I take care of you. The most I'm talking about, that's it. Most I will take care of you. I will mind you, I will nourish you, I will make you good, everything blessed for you. But what Jake did, Jake turned the back on the Lord. They said, nah, we want to hear you. What you could do for me, Lord?
Can they take power into their own hand? Take judgment into their own hand. And the Lord say what? He pays for wrath. Vengeance belongeth unto Yahweh Shai. You understand?
This is Matthew 6 and 33. It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Yeah, because Jake looking at the philosophies and the ways of these heathens and that, hey, the prospering. Actually, yeah, you see now Hindu prospering to serving an idol. You understand? They seem to having material things, a house, a car, you know, business, and what they're bowing down to is a little piece of stone in the corner there with some flag by it.
Pouring milk and feeding it with milk and rice and flowers.
With milk, rice and flour, and Jake watching and saying, that's how I joined up.
Yeah, or if you want bigger money, you go and you join a Masonic cult or a lodge. Huh? A lodge, yeah, can't.
Lodge, yeah. But what the Most High say, seek ye first the kingdom, and all these things will be added unto you. But you see, Jake don't have belief in Yahweh Basham Yahushai again. And when Yahushai say, when I come, shall I find faith on you? Because these Jakes, these Hebrew Israelites, their mindset totally based on this carnal, this world right now, what they could get. But they've been studying that it has something better to get, that this kingdom can't provide. This is Book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 11, verse 14. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come from the Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. Point blank period. You understand? Prosperity and adversity come from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. When you're looking at these different nations, these Elamites, these Hindus, these Muslims, Islamic people, you see that they're having things happening for them. And you serving Serapis Christis for generations upon generations, and nothing happening for you.
No, you're not a subject speech. Let's say that after. In Proverbs chapter 13, verse 7, it says, there is that maketh himself rich, yet had nothing. There is that maketh himself poor, yet had great riches.
That's right, that's right. And hey, dealing with the apostles all the way down to the men and them outside here, we make ourselves poor, but we have great riches. We rich in knowledge, but these other nations here, they're rich, and they have nothing, because all their riches can't do nothing for them in the day of wrath, because hey, they ultimately drive you out here to run, to turn back from the wickedness to flee from the wrath to come. O Israel, who had warned you to flee from the wrath to come, as John the Baptist said.
It says Romans chapter 11 verse 32. For the Most High had concluded them all the unbelief, that he might have mercy upon all. All the depth of riches, both of wisdom and knowledge, because this is what true riches is, of wisdom and of knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgment and his ways past finding out.
But that's the Most High riches. And your carnal riches can do none for you when they are wrath. No matter how much you bow down to your idol can do not know your riches. Proverbs chapter 28.
Go ahead.
Yeah?
Go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 22. He said, he that hasteth to be rich had an evil eye, and considered not that poverty shall come upon him. Yeah, because all everyone are poor. Especially these Hindus. These proud as Elamite Hindus. They tell themselves they're going down to this 6-hand god, this 12-foot god.
Mother Lakshmi, and the god of riches.
God, the god of riches. And they're going and get you, but hey, watch me. In the days to come, your ass going on the grass. Right. All that money that you gain right now, scripture just say prosperity comes from the Most High. Is the Most High giving all of that? That's right. Because of we sins? That's right. You actually rich because your idol didn't do shit for you. That's right. You actually rich because we sin against Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That is why you rich. That is why you have it. That is why the so-called white man is poor. Because we sin. Because of our sins, that is why all you get benefits.
All the rich by default.
By default. Because had we as a people kept in the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you also have been on that way. You couldn't even find us a way to rise. There's Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 50. He said, that day is the day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of cloud and thick darkness, a day of trumpet and alarm against the fenced city, against the high tower. He said, and I will bring distress upon men, and they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai wrath. For the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of the jealousy, for he shall make a speedy resident of all them that dwell in the land. So now you have to help you. The idol, or your riches that you get from your idol. Well, what you think you get from your idol? All that money that you have stored up in the bank, you sinking coolies.
What the Lord say? The deceiver and the deceiver are mine. God. So the Most High deceive you.
That's right.
You ain't getting that money from the idol. You ain't getting that money from the idol.
You getting that money from the idol. You damn Elamite coolies. Hey, you see how you're down in this country? You see freaking Nalini Ramai? You're there every day. Every day I just listen to that freaking voice note she sent that boy, that phone call. But we are these stinking nigga people, you feel it? Just watch and see. Most I go and have a race on this country.
That's right.
Watch and see. All your doggers still on my.
So like yeah, when the evening or the following day after Ramesh and the former Attorney General and the next one get locked up, the next lawyer, right? It had basically it was a race battle in town, in Port of Spain. PNM against UNC, and it was Indian against nigger. Or nigger against Indian, or the thief was the chanted in niggers. The so-called, well, I call them niggers because they're the spread that they was in. You understand? Or the thief, and the Indian and them low, when they get to the shame, you understand? They get caught.
Yeah. I find all your shit just come out and say, we don't like all that. Don't smiling in the face and you know what you don't like. You understand that kind of way? Right through all like people, so-called white man all together, all you heathens, all of these heathens are like, and smiling in your face, but inside you know they have a freaking hatred for you. And hatred for no reason, because we never do these heathens and them. Or they just
unrighteous. We never do that unrighteous because we sort of harm going through.
Gone.
You understand?
Gone. So, bigger brother say, never do all unrighteous. You know? All you do all your unrighteousness, but what? All you want to just persecute people without a cause. You understand? So just come out and say you don't like me. And I will tell you straight to your face, I don't like you either. Tell them every day, tell them that. Exactly. Done.
Yeah, I have a couple of precepts, a few precepts. Says this Proverbs 21 and 20. There is treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but the foolish man spendeth it up.
Foolish man spending it up. Yeah. Treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise. I just word this riches. The true riches that we have. Understand? But a fool will just waste it. You know? Yeah.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy poverty and wow. Yeah, can you read that one for me?
Revelation 2:9.
2 and 9, yeah.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. It says, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Yeah, the point to get out of that one for this part here is right. We are rich. What you speaking to the saints here because it's called. The Spirit was speaking to the 7 churches of Asia Minor. Yeah. We rich, we have the knowledge of our, we read earlier on, I think it was Romans 11:35, that we rich in what? The knowledge of our power. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. This is Hebrews 10:35. Cast not therefore your confidence, cast not away therefore your confidence, which had great recompense of reward. Right? So we're gonna receive that, we're gonna be rewarded with wealth, with I think opulence is a word. We're gonna be on top. We're gonna be on top. We're not even trying to be too deep. We're gonna be on top. Right? We're gonna have scepters, we're gonna have crowns, we're gonna have kingdoms, because that's what the Lord said. It says verse 36, for ye have need of patience. When you look up the word patience, it goes back to the Greek word hopomona or hopomene, which means to suffer long. It's not Sabbath. We have need for patience.
That's right.
That after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise.
Kingdom of heaven. Son, which is what we all get fighting for.
Which goes back to the covenant. But the Most High say, if you keep my covenant, you know, you will be blessed, and if you don't keep it, you will be cursed. Okay. And this is the book of Sirach 19 and verse 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich, and he that contemneth shall small things shall fall by little and little, and that's what's going on right now. He's all falling little by little, and we going up little by little.
Bring it back again, Mabakasha.
Yeah, this is the book of Sirach 19 and verse 1. A laboring man that is given to drunkenness.
A laboring man that is given to drunkenness. Now the scripture talk about they were drunken but not with wine. Yeah. So it can also refer to a doctrine. Go ahead.
Shall not be rich.
Right, it's going to talk about labor not for what? For meat, no. For the meat that perish, can't or whatever. Right? But we laboring for what? For that incorruptible meat. Which is what? That knowledge that will last from generation to generation forever and ever. Right? That's wisdom. Right? Because wisdom and knowledge shall be the same ability at that time. The Lord said, through wisdom, all these things was created. Is through her, she was a pure, through her pureness. Right? Wisdom flowed through all things. Like wisdom of Solomon chapter 7. Go ahead. So that's what we're laboring for. Go ahead.
And he that contendeth small things shall fall by little and little.
Right, read it back again, Mabakasha.
The book of Sirach 19 verse 1. A laboring man
that is given to drunkenness shall not be rich.
He shall not be rich. So as Jake, we speaking to Jake, we speaking to the nation of Israel here. A laboring man is given into drunkenness. Right? So you go into a 9 to 5. You get a degree first to begin. Or you go and you get schooling. You reach as good as you could get. You go there and you apply yourself to labor in this. You know what all that is about in this world? You're laboring to work for what? Your fucking pension. That's what it's for, no? Your pension. After your pension, what you have to do? Right? You're with her because you're old, you're tired, you didn't enjoy life. Right? Go ahead.
Yeah.
But the men of the Lord, they're going to labor to what? To get wisdom. They're seeking eternal life. Right? Because this is the book of life. We reading from, this is the tree of life we reading from. We taking the fruits. That's what the Lord said, if you shall receive, ye shall bring forth fruit, and your fruit shall remain. Because the fruit is wisdom. Wisdom is what? Everlasting. It's infinite. Right? This wisdom is infinite. It's not going to end. Right? Go ahead.
If I can say this, that how the Most High say, buy up me gold and silver.
Can't.
You understand? It say here, and he that contemneth small things shall fall, and he that contemneth small things shall fall by little and little.
Right, he that contemneth small things, meaning you didn't pay mind to the small things. What the scripture said, a little leaven leaveneth the lump. Alright? A little leaven leaveneth the lump. That's what it means to contempt small things. Right? You have one, you go off in doctrine, you go off in philosophy, one little way. You allow a fucking homosexual. Right? You allow, you circumcise yourself when they celebrate our Father's Day, our Mother's Day, or our birthday. You understand? You say, it's alright to do that, you know, the Lord forgive. That, hey, yo, seek the Lord full 100. You understand? It's all about the doctrine and knowledge of serving our power in truth. He said, he that loveth me shall worship me in what? Spirit and in truth. Right? That's some of now, that. So what? The true worshipers, yeah.
Now, this one, let's finish way cool. This is Isaiah 55 verse 2. He said, wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor, he said, and your labor for that which satisfied not. Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good.
Yeah, because these people not they're not satisfied. Look, we have Jake, old ass man. He was 60 something there, just smoking and drinking, scanting out on the because what he heartbroken, hard going back to mine, his lab. You understand? That's how they release. That's how they comforted. Right? By drinking, by smoking, committing adulteries. Right? Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
Yeah, the money that we spend is the time that we give sacrifice unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. Right. To study, to gather this knowledge, to go through the videos. Alright, go ahead.
And your labor for that which satisfies not.
Yeah.
Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight in its fatness. In its fatness.
In its fatness. Right? It's spiritual. Let your soul delight. Because the Lord said what? Man shall not live by bread alone, but every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. Right? We come out here and we break down these words, right, with understanding. We don't do it like the pastors of the vain imagination. Like that pastor had the congregation taking off their panties, waving the dirty crutches in the air, and praying for a blessing. You understand? That's not understanding. That is not meat. You understand? What?
This is John chapter 6 verse 27. Yeah, John chapter 6 verse 27. Start from verse 26. Yahweh answered them and said, verily, verily, I say unto you, he seek me, not because he saw the miracles, but because he did eat of the loaf and were filled. Labor not for the meat which perish, but for the meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you from him. He said, for him had Yahweh, the Father, sealed. And what's the meat? The wisdom and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
He said, for him had Yahweh the Father sealed.
Right.
John 3:33.
It's in the book of John, chapter 3, verse 33. He said, he that had received his testimony.
Yes. He that received his testimony. Right? We out here being witnesses to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, because we see him spiritually. We behold him and he is not. Right? We receive his testimony. And now we ministering unto you to receive the testimony. And who's you? The elect of the nation of Israel. Right? Go ahead.
Right? He said, book of John chapter 3, verse 33. He said, he that had received his testimony had set his seal that Yahweh is true.
Yeah, set his seal. So it concur with the next scripture. This is his seal, the testimony of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. There's the wealth to know who is your power. This is the wealth of the nation of Israel, to know who is your power, boy. To know who you belong to, who you supposed to be serving. Right now, 2/3 of the nation out here serving devils and demons. In which way, form and fashion. You understand? There's 144 going right there. Right? What? Hey, Shalom, y'all.
This is the book of Sirach. Book of Sirach 19, verse 18. It says, the fear of Yahweh is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. The knowledge of the commandments of Yahweh is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The fear of Yahweh is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotence.
Him alone.
God.
Potency is power.
Yeah.
All power. All power. Yeah.
You can say like Kal Halal, all praises to him. You understand? So all praises belong to Yahweh, but you understand? And that's how we had to go through him with all that, because we just can't go to the more side. You know? You have to go to his son, and then his son will take him unto his father.
Just run up and take him up from the office and talk to his secretary. And that's the one.
And then you have to be accepted, you know, whoever words they tell them. If you do accept what you're saying, they say, yeah,
you have to be interested in what you're saying. Yeah, the song I hear, man. Serious.
Yeah, the song I said to me, I don't look at certain way. Yeah, that one is certain dress code.
And them is men, like carnal, fucking men, corrupt, disgusted men who leading the country in a downward spiral. So how much will you have about Hashem Yahushai?
Good.
Now we're trying to get a quote.
That's what I want to John 4.
And go back to content.
John 4.
This is John chapter 4, verse 32. He said, but he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of.
Right, so Yahushai disciples, but when I heard on the scripture, I hey, labor not for the meat which perisheth, right? Yahushai saying, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Right, talk about things pertaining to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So, what are
right, he said, verse 33, therefore said the disciple one to another, had any man brought him aught to eat?
Right, because when you read higher up, his disciples went into the city to get meat and bring it back.
So when they bring him back here, I say, I am eating that you know top. So I'm like, well, because I'm thinking it's kind of big. I'm thinking I wish I had a bowl of food somewhere or eat something. I wish I wasn't on that level. Right? Well, verse 34, Yahushua said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. Right, and hey, as Yahushua is, so are we supposed to be, as Yahushua was, so are we supposed to be in this world. Good. So, when Yahushua said, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. And did Yahushua finish the work? When he was on the cross, he lit up his spirit and he said, it is done. In other words, it is finished. All what the Most High sent him to do, he completed. Alright, and now where he is. He's seated at the right hand of the Majesty on high. The Apostle Paul. When he get called into the ministry, and when it was his time to depart, he wrote about it and he said, now my departure is at hand. He said, I have run the course, I have finished the work which Most High given to me. And that is what we had to do outside here. Finish the Lord's work. Now is not the time, we reach our time yet. We reach our time yet to say, well, hey, we finished. We can't say, we can't self and hey. Sometimes when I say these things, I say, please, Yahweh Hashem, I'll show you good. I say these things now, and then a couple of years down the line, a man doing a video on here and say, see what this brother was saying, this one.
Can't. So like I have DVDs some years ago. I have a DVD when with Dan visiting the apostles, right? And he was saying, nothing wrong with going to the clubs and things, and the apostles started and say, hey, but they don't do that too much. You know, the apostles had admonish him, you know. So but not be too basically telling me, but not be overindulgent. And when the mark bus, what was happening? Right? Even when they said in the great rebuke. In the great rebuke. Yeah, in the great rebuke, what happened? They said that right after they had come, someone he turned to the apostle and said, let me go to the club. You understand? So yeah, every idle word that a man speak, he shall be judged. The thing is to be fearful and mindful. The scripture said what? Be sober, be sober and be vigilant, you know? This thing is really about discipline and really about being full 100 in your heart about shipping of shit. You know?
About discipline. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33. And verse 14, it says, good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and they are two, one against another.
Balance? A perfect balance?
Yeah. So it can be, you know, you're supposed to use and not abuse.
That's only fair. First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 34. And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. The fashion of this world, things in this world will pass away. Understand? And as I was saying before, I was about to say, yeah, you know, every time we reach yet, so we have to remain in the street and be vigilant, be sober, be strong in this world. You understand? Don't let this world suck you in. This world could fucking suck you in.
Yeah, don't turn back in these last days. Men who turn them back.
Men who turn them back turn them back the hand from the plow. You understand? Hey, and I was going to say, you can't set yourself time limit. Like, hey, the Lord come the Lord will come 2 years, 3 years. You know, I want to do such and such. You have a time limit. They don't know when the Lord is about to come. That's why the Most High said, hey, deliver yourself. Deliver all daughter Zion that dwell among I'm going to talk about daughter Babylon. You got to deliver yourself from this place. That's the only way you're going to escape. Because this place polluted and you're going to destroy you. This place, there is no way there is no way you can rest in this place without being polluted. This is a polluted place, and there's no rest in this place. So you gotta do. You gotta forget about this place. You understand? Spiritually, you gotta deviate from this place. You understand? Because it can destroy you. This is yeah, this Zechariah chapter 2 verse 7. He said, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon.
Deliver yourself, O Zion, which dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. Meaning what? The mental comes straight out of this place. Scripture the brother just read, and they that can use this world as not abusing it, but the fashion of this world passes away. So you know you have to go to work. You understand? You might have to go here. Like the other day we went to watch the new Avengers will come out as a camp. You know? You might, ever so often you drink, take a little drink. Nothing wrong with that. You ain't going to no club and think to party and wild out and gallivant yourself. You and a brother, you might just drink it, sit down, take a little drink, take a little thing to go in your house. Because you have a mission at the end of the day to fulfill, which is this work. You're not studying to be all into this world. And every latest J's come out, you're looking to buy. Every latest thing, phone come out, I had to have. Latest flat screen TV, I had to have this, I had to have that. The newest car, the latest set of rims come out, I had to have that, I had to have the other. So this world is going to fucking suck you. This world is powerful.
This is Romans 14 and verse 5. They say one man estimate one day above another, another estimate every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
Yes, God brothers on different levels is this thing. But you have to be fully persuaded in your own mind. Because one man will come in and he on blazing hot fire. The next man will come in and will read it over again and come up.
If I can add to it, say because you can come and say words to me and the words do not persuade me. I have to be persuaded in my own mind. You understand? I don't understand and know, hey, what I'm doing, this could be wrong. You know? I could be overdoing something. So I have to be persuaded in my own mind. Hey, I have to keep it close.
Also, to add, but when you read it over, because he asked you to read it over.
Yeah,
read it over.
Romans 14 verse 5. They say one man estimate one day above another.
So a man will come in and hey, today he learned this and tomorrow he learned that and he just keep building fast and fast. One day above another.
Another estimate every day alike.
Every day alike. You will come in, say one day here and he's still here the next day. Next day he's still here and so on. But let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind.
What I wanted to add is that you don't in control of your own mind. Because what the scripture says, go to Revelation chapter 3, Baba Kosha. Revelation chapter 3. And 20. Yeah. Go ahead.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 20. He said, behold, he said, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me.
That's what it means to be persuaded in your own mind. You have to be into the scriptures and Yahweh shall have to reveal it unto you. So this thing is not no magical, mystical, heebie-jeebie thing. This thing is about diligence and applying yourself to knowledge. Read a verse up, Baba Kosha.
Revelation chapter 3.
Sorry, read from verse 18.
Revelation chapter 3 verse 18. He said, I come to thee to buy of me gold try in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and while he said, and
White.
yes, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that thy shame, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thy eye with eye salt, that thou mayest see.
Right. So the eyes have all that goes back into the knowledge and your application, because you say gold that is tried through the fire. That goes back to us going through the different afflictions to be what? To seek comfort into the Lord. As we go and we seek that comfort, right? We get understanding through Yahweh Shai, right? Yahweh Shai is the one who will reveal it unto you, but you have to apply yourself. The ones that are diligently, brother, from the elder from Atlanta, elder Tazawam, did a video this morning or yesterday. I watched it this morning, right? When he's talking about the brothers who are, he was admonishing brothers to read more, right? He's admonishing brothers to read more. That's how you grow. You have to grow in it, but you have to apply yourself. It's about application. Right? Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus 33 and verse 13. It says, as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them as liking him best.
Yeah. So there's, if you read on, I think it describes one vessel to honor and one vessel unto dishonor. Now the vessel unto dishonor is Esau, and the vessel unto honor is Jacob or Israel, right? But he gave us clear-cut instructions. He gave us the keys to the city. He gave us the understanding of the scriptures. He gave us the way of life, the tree of life, right? And who's us? The elect. You understand? Because two-thirds don't want to live. Two-thirds don't even realize they're not even surviving no more. Two-thirds just existent. They're just existing. What Esau call them? Useless eaters. Two-thirds is useless. What's that? There's useless eaters. They're just living off of the system. There's a burden on Esau's system. Because Esau, what everything falls into play in the scriptures, you know. The scripture, the Lord said what? Blessed is he that read it. The more we read, the more we sup with the Lord, and the more He's gonna feed us understanding. As long as there's different things too, because but the Most High said what? He attend nothing to unclean places. He attend nothing to a malicious soul. All these different things add up. You see? There's like a little leaven at the whole lump. A little bit of unbelief is gonna spoil. It's gonna add up. Right? So we have to fully have to be persuaded. We have to fully apply ourselves. The elder brothers and daughters said what? Forsake not the anointing. In other words, anointing brothers with the oil. So you apply yourself to anoint brothers with oil. When we come together, we apply, we anoint, we pray in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we anoint ourselves with oil. Right? They brought out the incense. Right? Myrrh, frankincense, they are healing qualities. When you go into the herb, even in I have a herb book, you know, brothers know we go into it, different ailments we go and we try. Straight out of the book. One of the healing agents is what? Balilium, I forget how to pronounce it in that's like the scientific name for calling frankincense and myrrh. The gum, because this is the gum that we burn in. Alright? All these things have healing. So when we burn it, we actually put in healing in the form of smoke into our bodies. Because one of the things what? In science, a pathogen can enter into your body through what? Inhalation, infiltration, or ingestion. So we inhaling healing. Right? That's why if brothers notice that if you're in a closed room, like brothers who have a little studio or room that they're doing it, and they're burning the incense, you actually kind of come out of that room feeling euphoric. When they step outside and take a deep breath out of the smoke, you realize that it's almost like you have a high. Right? Because you're being healed through the Spirit. You understand? You have to take all these things, or you have to take all these things into consideration. Everything adds up. You have something to say? Alright, come on. Go ahead.
I was just going to jump up the way you said doing this is verse right, verse 11. It says, in much knowledge Yahweh had divided them and made their ways diverse. Some of them had he blessed and exalted, and some of them had he sanctified and set here himself, but some of them he had cursed and brought low and turned out of their places.
Right. It's clear cut. Jacob is the blessed one. Right now we're underneath a curse, a spiritual curse, but we overall going to be blessed. Right? We're going through the afflictions and we're going through. But guess what? There's a recompense of a reward for the nation of Israel. Right? But the children of the Lord's curse, right? The children of the Lord's curse, they say what? They are what?
They say, yeah,
some of them are blessed and exalted, and some of them they are what?
Some of them are blessed and exalted, and some of them are sanctified and set near himself, but some of them had he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places.
That's Esau. Go to Genesis chapter 4 from Babakosha. Matter of fact, go to Isaiah 34 verse 5. Isaiah 34 verse 5.
If I can say, in Revelation they say, as many as I love and rebuke and chasten.
Isaiah 34 verse 5. Let's see who he cursed and what? And set aside from him.
Isaiah 34 verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Idumea is the Greek way of saying what? Esau and Edom. Alright? The sword, you know, butter bread with a sword. You kill. Right? You kill. He said what? The blood is going to reach to the horse's bridle. A horse is about what, how much feet tall? About 6 feet tall. Right? The horse's bridle 5 feet, 6 feet tall. The blood is going to be to the horse's bridle. He's going to kill. Go ahead.
It says, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judge.
Upon the people of my curse to judgment. Right? This is the people that he said what? How he said to me a pocket for again, huh? Some of them he said close to him, that is Jacob, and some of them he said what?
It says some of them had he blessed and exalted, and some of them had he sanctified and set near himself.
That is Israel, because we have his law, statutes, and commandments. Sanctify means to cleanse, to make holy means to be separate. Right? We have the laws to make us a peculiar and strange people. Go ahead.
Yeah. See, but some of them had he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places.
Had he cursed and turned out of their places. Right? So we're going to prove now, because we just read that Idumea and Esau is the people of his curse. Right? So go to Genesis, Genesis chapter 4, verse 9.
4:9?
Yeah,
Book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 9.
And you reading down.
It's Genesis chapter 4, verse 9. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Yeah, so he lied to the Most High, the heavenly power, right? He also committed murder. There's 2 sins right there. Right? Go ahead. Because he slew his brother and he tried to deny it in front of the Lord. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth.
Art thou what?
He said, and now art thou cursed from the earth.
Art thou cursed from the earth. So the people of his curse is who? Esau. Alright? And let's see how he make them, what he set them apart from him. He's go ahead. Read over the part with Esau. The ones that he cursed.
Yeah. You see, but some of them had he cursed and brought low
and brought low
out of their places.
And turned them out of their place. So let's see how he turned them out of their place. Go ahead.
It's Genesis chapter 4 verse 11. And now, so that can read from
read verse 11, yeah.
Genesis chapter 4 verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which has opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee or strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth.
Alright, a fugitive and a vagabond, a wanderer. When you look it up, it's a wanderer. So he going into all different lands. Yeah. Right? And that's why we have this drought and this famine on the land. That's why the crops not giving you nutrition. That's why you have to take supplements. You have to be supplemented. The nutrition has to be given you in place of the food or alongside the food. Not in place of, but alongside the food. Supplemented alongside. You understand? Because they are the ones who are in control of the world. The word said what? Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? So Esau is in control of the world. He's in every part of the world. Right? And the curse is upon him. So the earth is cursed. The earth is defiled. Isaiah 24. Right? What?
Second Ezra chapter 3 verse from 13. It says, now when they lived so wickedly before thee, thou didst choose thee a man from among them, whose name, it says, whose name was Abraham. Him thou lovest, and unto him only thou shewest thy will, and made an everlasting covenant with him, promising him that thou wouldest never forsake his seed. And unto him thou gavest Isaac, and unto Isaac thou gavest Jacob and Esau. As for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee, and put by Esau, and so Jacob became a great multitude. I was looking up what put by means. I looked it up already. Put by, it actually means to basically cast off as something unwanted. Put by, like you put it away to the side, so you know you have an old pair of shoes, you just put it back.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou that replies against the Most High? Shall the take form say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? He said, had not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel to honor and another to dishonor?
Lord can do whatever you want to do, whatever he makes.
Right.
So that's how we saw this thing. If he made me to be wicked, why he vexing me? I'm supposed to be wicked, yeah, but the most I make it to be wicked to destroy it. And he could do that. Just as you could make a clay pot, 50 clay pots, and it's just to break them up. It have a program on TV, I know if it's still on. Name destroy, build, destroy. You go and get abandoned building, destroy it, build up something, and then destroy it back again. Just because of God. You understand? So the Most High, because he could destroy you, he do it. And to make his power known as well, and to bring judgment. And hey, really and truly reach to the point where you either might should want to be destroyed.
Hey, how you can have an action? How you can have an action flick without a villain?
Without a villain, yeah. Need a villain. Hey, reach to the point where you either might should want to be destroyed, right? Or you should wonder. Because you know, if you just stop and you're watching the tyranny you cause on the whole planet Earth in a matter of 500 years, you should say, hey. You should do this. You should vex. You should be upset and sad about it. You should say, yeah. This destruction is actually
Yes, sir. We have a question here.
Somebody get that.
in the Bible. Some of the Gentiles are Jews in the Bible, right? Was called Gentiles. I want to find out because some translations that the Gentiles, some Gentiles will be totally annihilated from the Most High, or some will be servants of the kingdom of the Most High. I want to find out what is what scriptures are indicated that some Gentiles will be totally annihilated.
Yeah.
Like the book of Obadiah, right?
Right. Like we saw here. Now, we are to understand, let me get a first Corinthians 12, this one.
This is Revelation 13 and verse 10. They say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. He has the patience and the faith of the saints. So all nations, right, which is the East Indians, the so-called white man, the so-called Chinese and Japanese, and the so-called Hamites, who they call it Africans today, are to be in slavery. So it's a just thing to the Most High that we rule over them and we put them into slavery. Because all of them had a chance. You understand?
Alright, let me interject for a minute, right? I want to repeat what initially he came and he asked me, right? He said he's familiar with the camps, right? He also said that there are some camps that speak the Gentiles will be annihilated, and there are some camps that teach that the Gentiles will be saved. So I said to him that first you have to know what the word, there are different meanings for the word Gentile, or who the Gentile pertains to. Not really that there are different words, but who the Gentiles pertain to. Because there are two types of Gentiles. Alright, that's where we should start with. Then we'll reach down to the judgment. Alright, so let's start with who the Gentiles are. The two applications of the word Gentile. Right, because you have to bring understanding, so you can't start at the end before you begin it. Right? Look, you understand?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 1. He said, now concerning the spiritual gift, brethren, I would not have you ignorant.
Now, this is the Apostle Paul speaking to his brethren, which I guess you understand that Israelites who were called Gentiles. They know that. You understand?
This is let me just.
Not just the southern, because what I understand is that you know you're familiar with the Apocrypha? Yeah. You know the Apocrypha. At the time of the Apocrypha and the time of the Greeks, the northern kingdom was basically out of Jerusalem. So it's basically the southern kingdom was being oppressed. From the time of Babylon to the time of the Roman Empire was only them basically. It had a little scatter in the northern too, but the majority was the southern. So in the time of the Hellenistic period, Alexander the Great and his generals, his 4 generals, in the Greek Empire, that was at dispersion at the southern kingdom freedom. The northern kingdom for the most part was over. And some of the northern kingdom over there in the east still. So for the most part, the northern kingdom was over. You understand?
This is Romans chapter 9 verse 1. I say the truth in Christ, I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have a great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom belongeth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
Right. Belonging to the Israelites. All them things there is belonging to the Israelites. True Israelites. Not a Gentile. Not an actual Gentile. It's an Israelite. Paul called them his brethren. And now we're talking about the brethren here in 1 Corinthians 12.
Right? That's in Rome. They was in Rome. So Paul was talking to the Israelites was dwelling in Rome. Right? Now we in Corinth. Corinth is in Greece. So he was talking to the Israelites that dwell in Greece. These letters were written to the Israelites that were scattered throughout Asia Minor, these places. Right? So 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 1, he said, now concerning spiritual gift, brethren, I would not have been ignorant. He know that he were Gentiles.
You know that he were Gentiles. If they were Gentiles, what does
A mango car once was a cherry. A mango always was a mango.
always a man? Well,
He said, he know that he were Gentiles carry away unto these dumb idols, as even as he were led.
you were led. Let me get us. Read this here. Psalms 96.
Ezekiel, when the Mosai say,
Psalm 96 verse 4.
Because the idolatry. That only mean he turns his back onto them because of the idolatry. Right? Now the Gentiles, all the Gentiles are coming in is Israelites. Right? These heathen nations have nothing to do with it. Because the brother use a key word there, he talk about the in the Hellenistic period. Now the Hellenistic is when they was converted to the idols. Go ahead.
Let us read. I can't for Psalm 96.
Go ahead.
Psalm 96 verse 4, right? Verse 4, right? It's Psalm 96 verse 4. He said in his hands are the deep place of the earth. He stretched, he said, what's that? Maybe 95 years. It's a Psalm 96 verse 4. He said, for the Lord Yahweh is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nation are idols.
Right, so all these other nations, their gods is idols. So Paul now tell his brethren, and then you were carried away unto dumb idols. Meaning you wasn't always serving a God. You were serving a God, true and living God before.
Right.
But the gods of the nations, they were born as a heathen, born serving an idol.
Yeah.
Born serving an idol. So Paul wasn't talking to no heathen there. Plain and to the point, he was talking to his people who were carried away to serve these dumb idols, even as they were led. So now the calling back was to them. The other Gentiles now, the true heathen, who was born into condemnation and slavery, them will just be servants in the kingdom.
Except for Esau. Esau going to be servants for 1,000 years and then they'll be annihilated. They're the only one. Anybody have a son of one?
Yeah, I have my own.
Right. They will bring out that after.
No, go ahead.
This is Colossians 1:21, and it said, and you that was sometime alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works.
So that's straight to the point.
Because when you sin, you don't only sin against the Most High, you know, you sin against your own self. Because you use the wrong one, not the Most High. Alright?
To back up Psalm 61, they say, against you only have I sinned, O Lord. But
they say, yet now hath he reconciled. You understand?
reconcile means to let's bring back reconcile, make peace. Okay. You can look it up, Baba Kasha. Yeah.
And he said alienated, to be a stranger. Right? I would say in Obadiah.
This is Ephesians 4:18. They say, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from life of of God through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. So that's some people that the Most High just don't want to get his knowledge. You understand? So these people being them being by what? By the ignorance. Because them grow up a certain way and now like you grow up a certain way and you come in here and now you see something different to what you know. According to how the Most High will go with you, either you will be what? You will be ignorant or you will just accept. And that's so that is according to how the Lord will go with you now.
The word reconcile, to restore friendship, harmony, reconcile the faction, settle, resolve differences. The differences that we had with the Most High, we were serving idols. We're born into sin. You know, you say that in the world, you're born into sin. Because that's what Christianity teaches you. Why are you born into sin? Because you're born into Christianity, you're born into Islam, you're born into whatever it may be, Buddhism. Chop Rock turned to Buddhism before he gets killed, before he died or heart attack, whatever he went out. Right? But he's an Israelite. You understand? You're born into ignorance. Right? You had a precept?
Yeah, to back. The one we said we were alienated. Right? So the one is go back to stranger. So we want one stranger to what? Our heritage. That the most I cast we have for worshiping idols. So we understand that the most I scattered you among all these nations. So Apostle Paul went toward the Israelite that was scattered among the Gentiles.
So like, yeah, the reason why we scattered amongst all the nations, because we sinned. We broke the law, statutes, and commandments. So it was actually predestined. We was forewarned. And the oath of his word came upon us because we did exactly what he said not to do. Right? So like, yeah.
Yeah. No problem. Alright. So, right, this is the Obadiah verse 10. Alright? He said, the point is in verse 11, but let's read the verse up. Obadiah verse 10, for the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. This is going to be Jacob's brother, which is Esau, which is so-called white man. Right? He said, in the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the stranger carry away captive his force, and foreigners enter into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was one of them. But thou shouldest not look on the day thy brother, he says, but thou shouldest not look, thou should not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger. So the Israelite became a stranger. And this was talking about the Jews. Because because the northern kingdom, they were already cast off. They were taken by Shalmaneser. Right? The king of Syria, they are already taken away. But they were speaking about the Jews. When Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they become a stranger also. They were scattered. Right?
Some camps don't believe that the Native Americans and the Latinos.
Well, they're in ignorance. My heritage is unto me as a what? Bring it out, respectable. Bring it out. And Daniel chapter 9 verse 11, Baruch chapter 1 verse. I'll tell you this one. Because we're dealing with truth, right? So they're in ignorance. We represent Great Millstone, GMS. So Great Millstone, we say we have 100% truth because we know we have 100% truth. Through the scriptures, we break down everything because we have knowledge. Well,
that's one piece about
Esau.
This is James chapter 1 verse 1. It says James is servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahweh Shai HaMashiach to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad greeted.
I got it. Torah. This is Baruch chapter 1 verse 15. And he shall say to the Lord, our power belongeth righteousness, but unto us confusion of faces. Right? And it is come to pass this day unto them of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Right? Because we were scattered about all these different nations. Some of us went, like I have an uncle, he went and he fought in Vietnam War. Right? When they went in Vietnam, when that thirst come up on them, what they do? They pop the woman across there. So they let it see. Right? So we lay everywhere we went. One of the things that Israel do, whenever we under we burn with oppression, we multiply. Right? When we under pressure, we multiply. So unto us the Lord saying what? This confusion of faces, but unto him belong in righteousness. He know who is the seed. Like I might say you look like an Eastern Indian, but your spirit, where you know you're resonating with the word. You're asking scriptures, you're asking about spiritual things. What's your last name by chance? Garcia, you see? So if when you came up I had made a carnal judgment, I'm gonna say, but Israel might gonna look you up. You understand? But we deal spiritually because you come and you ask a spiritual question. So we deal with it. And then we see what, we move along to say from there. Go ahead.
Romans chapter 8 verse 16. And it says, the Spirit itself.
By the way, on the comment, Garcia is a Creole name, a so-called Creole name. Go ahead.
The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Messiah.
Alright, so that way is to make spiritual judgment because we have to take, the Spirit is the word. Luke 6:63. Luke 6:63. The words that I speak unto you as spirit. Sorry, John, because somebody just read it from above. I don't like to paraphrase because I mess it up.
John chapter 6 verse 63.
Yeah.
And it says,
flesh
Now
profited
Shai, it is John 6:63, it is the spirit that quickens. The flesh profited nothing.
Yeah, the spirit, the spirit that's in you is what quickened it, what giving it enlightenment. It was what being enlightened, what being strengthened. Go ahead, the flesh profited little, but you're not leaving here feeling moving, you're not leaving here as Popeye. But you're gonna leave here with your face glowing. Yeah, why I say your face glowing? Because what? When Moses was given the wisdom after the 40 days up there on the mount with the Lord, he came back down here and put a veil over his face, according to Ecclesiastes 8:1, right? Wisdom making thy face to shine. You see, your face is your countenance, right? You're enlightened, right? Go ahead.
Right, it says, John 6:63, it is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profited nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
They are spirit and they are life. So you come with a spiritual question, you get a spiritual answer. Yeah. Right? We don't say that no. So when you hear the other camps, you see the same thing you do tonight. You hear the other camps say what? What is that the heathens, all heathens gonna be annihilated, or the Gentiles gonna be annihilated. They ask them, who are the Gentiles? They must be able to tell you that there's a difference between the natural Gentiles, which is these heathen nations, and the spiritual Gentiles, which is Israel, going after the Hellenistic customs. Right? Because there's a period of Hellenism coming back again. But one of the things we preach about is the mark of the beast. These are the Hebrew Israelite camps. Right? They have to give you a definition for the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is the RFID the chip that brother have it right there. Right? If they're not telling you that that's the mark of the beast, they're lying to you. Right? The period of Hellenism that I'm speaking about is when they come to impose that this is what you have to take in order to buy or sell. You understand? That's like Hellenism. You're being forced to convert. If you don't convert, you're going to be put to death. If you convert, the Most High said He's going to put you to death nevertheless. So, but they stand in faith and not take the mark of the beast.
So we are, which part of it is?
Right here. Every Thursday is right here.
Yeah.
This is the church. This is the gathering. The word church means ecclesia in the Greek, which is a call out. So this is the true church. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, the name of the Lord is Yahweh, the name of the Father is Yahweh, the name of the Lord is Yahweh Shai. Right? So we out here professing Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai every Thursday. Start from about 5.
You say you know about Israelites, right? How long you watching the Israelites?
About a couple of years.
Couple of years, so what hindering you from
because I study Islam, right? I study Hinduism, I study Christianity, and then something wasn't right now, because it always has some, you know. But I'm now going through the studies with the Israelites, with the doctrine, everything's just falling in place. So I don't want to make no move on again fall back. So right now I'm studying the Israelites right now. Juliana.
Yahweh Shai is spread up. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 1. Spread up prophecy.
19. Revelation 19 and 10.
So that. What? You go ahead and speak.
I was because I see I asked that Gentile question. I thought of saying,
yeah,
now we're here down here, but they thinking that you might know.
Yes, sir. Right now, there are a lot of people asking that question. Who will take this to the Gentiles? Because I just tell people these Israelites are calling Father. Right. But yeah, because the Gentile question.
How you look and think in this video? Once your spirit cling into this word, grow your eyes.
What is the difference between the Sakari and the GNS and the
truth? 100% truth. Sakari will call upon Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, but he still don't have well. He does do things a little off. He do things a little off. Right? In terms of the order and whatnot. Right? If you're keeping truth, you have to keep 100%.
I see.
They don't have the name of the Lord. They denounce the name of the Lord. And the Lord talk about that. They don't deny me amongst men. I will deny them before the Father. You join that house, you condemn. the teacher, the elder, the head of IUIC, the bishop of that church, Bishop Nathaniel, he once taught in the name of the Lord. And now he's teaching in the name of the Most High and Christ. The scripture says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his way. The Lord said not to be wavering. Right? So you can know for sure, and the truth and the fact that in the name of the Lord, you admonition meant to teach in the name, or to believe in the name of Yahweh Shai. And then they come and revert to Christian doctrine, which is what? The Most High in Christ.
Yes.
You understand? I want to help you out a little bit with what? Research. Right? You had the revelation. Well, you go ahead.
In Proverbs 24 verse 21 it says, "My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change."
Right. Meddle not them that are given to change. Right? So Nathaniel, he given to change. So amongst Israel, they said, amongst my people are found wicked men. Right? Not all Israel are Israel. The Lord said, in Ezekiel 9 and 4 going down, he said, begin at my sanctuary. So judgment start, you know, IUIC, the house, the church, it's been exposed for what? Extortion. It's been exposed for rape, things that they was blaming GMS for, them was doing, right, where we wasn't doing. And the man of GMS who murdered his family, right, he was cast out as a reprobate long before. You understand? The other, next one, Kofi, he was calling himself the Comforter. He by calling himself the Comforter, you're calling himself Yahweh Shai, the Lord. Right? So that is blasphemy right there. Now the Most High have his patas behind bars. You know? Don't drop the soap. GOCC.
What would if a man having two wives?
All through the scriptures, the forefathers of the church. You know who the forefathers of the church? Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. How much wives Abraham had? How much wives Jacob had? Jacob had 12 sons. Right? 13, right? Because Dan was a part of it at that point in time. He had more than one, he had 4 wives. 2 wives, 2 Israelite wives and 2 concubines. Right? So polygamy is permitted in the scriptures. The scriptures is truth.
But in the New Testament, right, they show that a man should obey the law of the land. So obey the law of the land.
What land? Which land? What land they was in?
Right, in the Middle East Israel, but how about this land go?
And that one.
Alright, remember the Bible tells you obey the law of the land. I know ask him.
Which part the Bible say that? Which part the Bible say that?
I can't remember in the New Testament.
It said obey the law of the land?
Yeah. But if this land that against
polygamy.
And you know, but if a man got 2 wives, say according to the Bible, but in the New Testament, teaching about obey the law of the land. So if you know how the land, if you know the land, protect you from having 2 wives, right? You don't go no more than that.
You know Job 9:24. Yeah.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. Right, Job 9:24, it says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?"
So the God is giving it the hand of the wicked. So you're gonna obey the law of the land. You just explain yourself there. The Bible says you can have more than 1 wife. A man is polygamy by nature. By nature. So the Lord says you can have more than 1 wife, but the law of the land says you can't do that. So which the law of the land is contrary to the way to the Most High. You understand? If the Most High, so that's the way. What?
Now, that's going to ask him, I know this is just and the right thing, right? How come you ain't going to there and...
And I tell you, but I ain't say I search it, because I realize it is true. Because there are a lot of things that right now all the people
But you believe in the Lord?
Yeah.
You believe in His commandments? Or you don't believe in the commandments?
Yeah, I believe in the commandments.
You're not going to be in the span of the commandments?
Yes, I understand that.
Don't be like them Christian man talking about the law done away with. If there's any law done away with, the first law, thou shalt have God before me, you know?
This is Romans 3 and 4. God forbid, yea, let God be truth, but every man a liar, as it is written. that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged.
You hear that? So let the Most High be true, and every man be a liar.
Because because the Lord, the Lamb gonna come, I was saying, Hellenism, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come and push. They're gonna push the RFID chip. They're gonna put, yeah, shalom. They're gonna push the RFID chip. So when they tell you that they have to take the chip to eat, they have to take the chip to buy, to sell, the money gonna be credited onto it and debited off it. When they tell you that all your medical records and things are gonna bring forth convenience, right? You wave your hand, you're in an accident. The EMT could come and scan your hand, and when they scan your hand, you know what? You're allergic to penicillin. You're gonna come sweet. You're gonna come seductive. The scripture said the devil is what? He was more subtle, or the serpent was more subtle than any creature, any god, and any beast of the field, right? Meaning that Esau, because this is his poison, right? The same thing. His poison is what? It's a what? To have one woman, right? But if you study and examine the world that you're living in, as the brother said it, he said it best, is going against nature, right? So much so that it's a common fact that you go and get horn. That's how it reach. Everybody go and get horn. Your girl not pure. She's not a virgin, she's not good. Men don't even desire virgins anymore. I remember this our song, Shaggy had a song, All Virgin Put Up on Her Hand. Right? I remember that was in the 80s. Right? And pure, proud virgins would have put up their hand. Right? You sing that song, you play it, then now, who the virgin? They are cursed. You understand? And that's it. You're fighting against nature when you tell a man that he had to have one woman. And then what you'll do, you imprison a man. The scripture about swift and speedy judgment. You have a case with a man, you bring him before the council, the wise men of the city, they make the judgment. If he was found guilty, he was stoned to death. He was this, he was that. What he saw do? He saw put you in a penitentiary amongst men. And they put the woman in a penitentiary amongst women. It creates what? Homosexuals, and it creates lesbians, because the desire is there. The desire is there. That's what they created. They created monsters. You understand? So it's a man's desire to have more than one woman, but they create the philosophy through the music, through the movies, through the books, that a woman must be on a pedestal, she must be wooed, she must be a princess. But they find that one right woman, when they get our when they get that zing and all that shit they put in the cartoons, monster thing, that vampire shit. You understand? When they get that zing, right? You get that one woman and you live with her for the rest of your life. No. Because after a while she go that one kwaba, we will call the vagina in Hebrew is kwaba. When the kwaba gets stale, you want something fresh. You want a new wine, you want a new vibration. Tupac, I think, not sorry for bringing Tupac into the gospel, but I think Tupac said in a song, he said, there's no sweeter joy than getting a new pussy. Something so he said. No. Right, no, I go, but I know one of his songs, he talk about getting a new pussy. It's something that nice. You understand? That's how it is. So Esau have you going against that. So really actually, monogamy is not biblical. But what Paul said in the New Testament is that all things are lawful unto man, but not everything is expedient. He said he wished one and such to be like him. He was a spiritual Enoch. Right? He devoted himself to serving the Lord. You understand? So if you're sincere about serving the Lord to your best of your ability, you might want to be that way. Right? Because what really and truly the Lord described us as his woman and he's the husband. Right? We are the bride waiting for our husband man, which is the Lord. Right? That's why the scripture also describes us as 5 wise virgins and 5 foolish virgins. Right? Because we here being reborn, being renewed in the spirit of our mind, waiting for our Lord to deliver us. Right? That's why it says so in Revelation 2. It says what? They were virgin. What does that mean? Is that what? You were virgin to the world with no doctrine and stick. So far you sound like you make this, you cut the same cloth. That's what they say. You have the cloth. Right. Sound like you cut the cloth. That's why I say so, is because no doctrine didn't stick. Muslim didn't stick. It says study Islam. Christianity didn't stick. Catholicism didn't stick. These things didn't stick. And you're searching. No, this is the right one. But you need to be what? You're going to it, persuaded in your own mind. So you know you're going to be persuaded not by hearing, no. Be ye not only hearers of the word, but be ye doers. So what you need to do, be coming out here on Thursdays. Next time you come, leave that alone and come with a notepad and a pen and you take it and you go back. Before you leave, you can take a brother number and you can get the YouTube subscription because we're streaming live right now. Right? And you follow through and you go through and you read. Because the Lord said in Revelation, He said, behold, I stand at the door and knock. But because I bring him back from a place, hold the priest up, right? You're coming at him.
Yeah. Revelation. This Revelation chapter 3 verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock.
Go ahead.
If any man hear my voice and open the door.
What's the voice? The voice of the Lord is the scriptures through His prophets. Go ahead.
Say, if any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and will sup with him and he with me.
Right, so you have to open the doors of your mind. Yeah. And the only way you can do that, Revelation 1 and 3, Baba Kasha.
Book of Revelation.
You can't be ignorant of anything small or great. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 1 verse 3. He said, blessed is he that readeth.
Blessed is who?
Blessed is he that readeth.
Go ahead.
And they that hear the words of this prophecy.
This is Sirach chapter 5 verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in great matter or small. Right? So you need to read. That's the only way you're going to be convinced. Because these other doctrines, they don't have the answers. Romans chapter 10 verse 15. Romans 10 and 15, Baba Kasha.
Romans 10. Romans chapter 10 verse what?
15.
Verse 15, it says, and how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace.
That preach the gospel of peace. So all the other doctrines, to the end of them, they didn't have peace. Right? And at the beginning of that scripture, it said, how shall they preach except they be sent? It says, John chapter 3 verse 34, for he whom the Most High had sent, speaking the words of the Most High. For the Most High giveth not the Spirit by measure unto him. Right? But these are spiritual words that we're giving you. The only way it can resonate with you is if you search them out for yourself. That's how you're going to be persuaded by yourself. And you're going to be what? Sealed by yourself. Right? And you're going to continue to do the work until you're delivered. Alright? And you can go ahead and
yeah, this is James chapter 1 and verse 23. They say, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man that beholdeth his natural face in a glass. James 1 and 25, they say, but whosoever looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continue therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. Yeah, so you say you know you listen to this one, you listen to that one, but you don't have a connection now. You know you have one-on-one and at the end you don't have nothing at the end now. But if you look into this thing, you can't just be a hearer, you have to be a doer.
Bring it back again, Baba Kasha.
Both to the last one. Is that from it up?
Yeah.
It says James 1 and 23. It says, for if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer.
Nah, you want to talk about loading?
Huh?
You want to talk about loading in the law?
In the law?
Yeah.
Right. James 1 and 25. But whosoever looketh into the perfect law of liberty.
Law of liberty. Right? Because we are not, the word liberty is synonymous with grace. But we are not grace period. We are not grace now. We're not bound by the law. But we establish the law we keep the law and establish the law because the law is a schoolmaster, right? By the law, we find life too. No, actually we find life through Yahweh Shai, right? But the law is the guideline, right? Go ahead.
Yes. And continue therein. He is being not a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the work. This man shall be blessed in his deed.
Yeah, this man shall be blessed in his deed. Right? So this is 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 11. And they that have loaded my law while they had yet liberty, I mean that time of liberty, I mean that time of grace right now. The Most High, He's showing us grace by His Son. He's sending knowledge of His Son. right? He said we have that awakening to know who we are, to get back our heritage, to get back our nationality, all these different things, right? To prepare ourselves to be clean towards the coming of our Lord and our power, right? So it says what? And they have loaded my law while yet they had liberty. That is now, when as yet place of repentance was open unto them. Now was the time to repent, to turn back to the Lord. So that when the brother was on here with the beard, right? It says, understood not, but despised it. So 2/3 going to pass and despise that, right? The law is what going to bring you, keeping it to the best of your ability. It's not going to save you, but we saved by faith through grace in Yahweh Shai. Where are Makazam? From 5 o'clock.
It says Luke chapter 1 verse 27. And it came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, Blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps that thou hast sucked. But he said, Yea rather, blessed are they that hear the word of Yahweh and keep it. You will see that not to be a forgetful hearer. So when it comes to this word, you have to hear the word and do it. It does be, you know, like somebody that just receive the word and then after you just go on your way. You understand? Because guess what? The scripture says the word preached did not profit them. So the word had a profit. Because guess what? According to John 4:11, it says, If thou know who said unto thee, Give me drink, thou would have asked and he would have given thee everlasting life. So we have people that gonna come up to this truth. They're gonna find it's somewhat pleasing to the ear, but not realizing the weight of this word, the weight of the message. Alright? There's not something like here. There's something, you know, something real. There's everlasting life here. This is Philippians chapter 1 verse 10. It says that they may prove things that are excellent and that we may be sincere and with complete friends to the day of Mashiach. Understand? Because he was here saying something about, you know, basically being without sin. He's going to try our best to walk as perfect as it could in this the scripture said in John. It says, my little children are writing unto you these things that we sin not. Understand? So, in the truth, you know, as much as we in the flesh, the scripture said Yahweh Shai, he came in the flesh, but he overcame the flesh. You understand? What did John also said? He said, my little children, I write unto you because you have overcome. You have overcome the wicked one. You understand? Just like Yahweh Shai overcame, we also have to overcome. You understand? We have to walk that straight and narrow path also. Because the scripture said we have no other entrance. There's only one way to enter into the kingdom.
The scripture says the Lord has given us a license to sin. So we don't know how much liberty we have. We don't know how much life the Lord gave us. We could be alive today and dead tomorrow. You understand? So if you just want to just live and do what you want, most I could do the same thing too.
Okay, what did Yahweh Shai tell Satan? He said, it is written, tempt not the Lord outside. Don't tempt the Lord.
And there's a law, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. You understand?
Understand? And that's why we out here pushing this word, because Lord Yahweh Shai, by tempting the Lord is like basically you say like you disregarded what Yahweh Shai did. You understand? Yahweh Shai command shed blood. So we out here, we have to show that, you know, that we gracious for what Yahweh Shai did. You know, for shedding this, for sacrificing his life for us. Coming out here and preaching on TV like that. You understand? Hey, guess what? The Most High could just snap the fingers and wake up the left, but the Lord chose this entrance. You understand? The Lord chose this way for them to be waking up by preaching. You understand? Because it goes back to faith. As the scripture said, how Moses holding up the serpent, and that all who look upon the serpent will be healed. That will be healed. Because why would they look upon the serpent? They believed. Because Moses told them, hey, if you look upon the serpent, you will be healed. So they believed. So it all goes back to faith. Everything that we do is according to faith. You understand? Everything that we do is according to faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. You understand?
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and I will start at verse 17. It says, they that fear Yahweh will prepare their heart and humble their soul in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of Yahweh and not into the hands of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Understand? So you are at a point where you have to go so because as David said, with no size is merciful. He said his mercy is endured forever. As the scripture says, I believe it's in Galatians. It says what? Or Romans, am I mistaken? It says that where sin abound, grace did much more abound. Right? This is about a while.
Yeah. Yeah, so there you say, we are humble ourselves. You know? The scripture says, saying we will fall into the hands of the Most High and not into the hands of men. You understand? Because as the brother was saying here, you know, in this life it have a lot of snares, a lot of traps that we could fall in. You understand? And I mean this flesh. And this flesh is deemed a sin to go off at any time.
Romans chapter 5 verse 20. It says, moreover, the law, verse 19. It says, for by one man's disobedience many were made sinners. So by the obedience of one shall many be made righteous, which is Yahushua. Who was the first Adam and not the last Adam. Moreover, the Lord entered that the offense might abound. Because the scripture said the Lord gave us a commandment that we couldn't keep. You understand? So that was seen as Isaiah said in Isaiah chapter, I believe it's 62. It says, Lord, why hast thou caused us to go from thy path? Alright? Yeah, you can bring it out,
Isaiah chapter 63. Isaiah chapter 63, verse 17, it says, O Yahweh, why hast thou made us to err from thy ways, and hardened our hearts from thy fear? Turn for thy servants, save the tribes of thy inheritance.
Yeah, so Isaiah wanted to know, Lord, why you cause us to walk away from your paths? But it was all accepted by the Most High. Romans 8 and 20 said this creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly. Adam didn't want to go off. But because of the purpose of the Most High, the election might stand. The Most High set it up in a way that we could know the two sides of the spectrum, where we could be able to judge perfectly. Understand? And it was also to show his mercies. He cast us so far off to show us how great his mercy is by bringing us far back. And guess what? I just did a video on that. There's no indignation against Jacob, because Esau knows as much as we sin, it pushes the Most High further away from us. But now in these last days, Esau can begin to fathom the reason why the Most High waking us up. Because the more you keep us sinning, the more the Most High waking Jacob. Because why? Because the Lord had that trump card, Yahushua. The Lord had that trump card. You understand? He had that AC pocket, ACC. You understand? And that was to show the mercies, to show the world how much he is for Israel, that he cast us off through the whole world among all people, but yet able to take us back and give us double. It come like the Lord making up the time that he wasn't dealing with us, because the scripture said, somebody give it that in Joel chapter 1 verse, I believe it's 23. Joel 1 and 23. It's gonna be like we never left the kingdom. You understand?
Joel chapter 1 verse 23. Joel 1 verse 23.
1 to 23.
Joel chapter 2 verse 23. It says, be glad then, ye children of Zion, and rejoice in Yahweh, for I will show your power, for he hath given you the former rain moderately, and he will cause to come down for you the rain, the former rain and the latter rain in the first month.
Yeah, so guess what? The former rain is like the blessings in the old kingdom. The Lord gave us moderately. But guess what? Israel in his peak surpassed all the nations. When Solomon was ruling, and the Lord said I was moderately. But now in the kingdom, the Lord said he was the former and the latter rain all at once in the first month. He's going to show us with blessings. Basically, he's going to make up for the time past. Yes, sir?
The blessings on blessings.
Yeah. Well, hey, the scripture said the forces of the Gentiles shall no, some a particular word he used. Like that, and the heart shall fear when the forces, and the sea can be converted unto thee. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, but not talking.
Yeah, I believe that is it. He said, thy heart shall fear. Here's Isaiah 6 now. Anyways, Isaiah 60:5. It says, thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear and be enlarged, because of the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee, and the forces of the Gentiles shall come to thee. So as I say, blessings after blessings. So be like wow, like all this, with the Lord making up for the time that we were afflicted. The Lord said for our shame we are going to have double. That's why the scripture says suffer patiently. You understand? The mercies of the Lord upon us right now. In Revelation chapter, I believe it's 21 or 22, it says, and it's 22 and 5, it said, he saw no more curse. And right now the curse beginning to lift off of us. So why he's so busy cursing like Balaam, the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahshai turning that curse into blessing. You understand? That's the Lord doing right now. The more they push forward wickedness to keep us down, the more Yahweh Hashem Yahshai showing the world that he for us. The more they pollute our food, pig. Alright? The more they have us eating humans. Because guess what? We'll be eating humans, baby fetus. You understand? It's cannibalism. The more they do that to try to get us to go up, the more Yahweh Hashem Yahshai turns us for our good. And Esau not understanding this. Finish it, Joel. Yes, sir, Mark.
They're back in Joel 2 verse 24. And the floors shall be full of wheat, and the vats shall overflow with wine and oil. And I will restore to you the years that the locust had eaten, the cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you.
Yes, all the leaders that the Lord set against us to destroy us, the Lord said we're going to return them years. So when we in the kingdom, guess what? We're going to almost forget, just like the scripture said in Isaiah, because Isaiah 29, it says, them that come against Israel going to be like a man that dreameth. You understand? Hey, I think the scripture said that in Psalms, we always bring out that scripture as them that dream. When we in the kingdom, we're going to wake up and like, hey, I know you're dreaming, like you was in slavery back then. And then I was like, hey, you was in slavery, so when you really, I forget that. That's how we're going to be. We're going to almost forget that we were afflicted. We're going to forget that we was cast off. Just like Esau going to forget he was ruling.
Yeah, the scripture said they go wake up and they'll be as it was not.
You understand? Esau, hey, you going to tell the nations, hey, this was the man. And scripture said, they said, this is him. This is the man that made the earth to shake. The nation's going to doubt it. They say, nah, that can't be the man. You understand? All people are going to doubt it. We're going to doubt that we will be oppressed because the Most High going to turn to us for our good. You understand? It says, go back to Romans chapter 5. It says, moreover, the law entered that offense might abound. So as I said, the Lord gave us laws that we couldn't keep. Because the scripture said that Cursed be he, cursed be everyone that continued not to the things written in these laws. You understand? So the law was actually set up in somewhat a sense to be like a stumbling block unto us because we couldn't keep it. We couldn't keep it. We couldn't keep the laws perfect. Alright? So as the scripture said, the laws was set that both iniquity might abound. Alright? So that is why we say by faith of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Because the law, we are justified by the law, we are justified by faith. We are to keep the laws to the best of our abilities. Understand? But the laws is what we have in slavery. So therefore the Lord coming back now to put us in our right bodies, whereby we will be able to keep the laws perfectly. We will keep the law like first nature. Understand? As the scripture said, they shall not go and tell a man, know the Lord, for all the world shall know me. Understand? From the old to the young. It says, Romans 6 and 5 and 20, it says, moreover the law entered that your offense might abound. But where sin abound, grace did much more abound. That as sin had reigned unto death, even so my grace reigned through righteousness unto eternal life by Yahushua Mashiach our Lord. So Yahushua come and be that propitiation for us so that we can live. Because if righteousness had come because of the Lord, guess what? We wouldn't even know it was Israel. We wouldn't know it was Israel. Because the Most High, the scripture said, thou art of pure eyes that thou cannot look upon iniquity. Thou art of pure eyes that you can look upon iniquity. So the Most High wouldn't have been even, just like he turned away from his son Yahushua the Lord, he wouldn't have been looking our direction.
You would get wiped out.
You would get wiped out.
His sword would have had his way.
Understand? We'd have been dead. Understand? We would have been dead by the mercies. What our scripture is, that is in Lamentations chapter 3 verse 21. 3:21. Yeah, bring another one up. Lamentations 3:21.
Lamentation chapter 3. Hey, verse 21. This I recall to my mind, therefore have I hope.
When
it is of the Lord Yahweh Shai mercies that we are not consumed.
Yeah. And because of the mercies of the Lord, we are wiped out. Yes, sir. That's why we stand here, waking up, being able to call ourselves by the scripture said, surname ourselves Jacob. Just for that said reason, the mercies of the Lord Yahweh Shai. Understand? Romans 6 and 1. What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound? Yahweh forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? So when it comes to the terminology itself, guess what? You have a lock of sin. That's why you have a lock of iniquity and continuing in the grace and faith in Yahweh Shai. It says, know ye not that so many of us as were baptized into Yahushua Mashiach were baptized into his death? Therefore, we are buried with him in baptism into death, that like as Yahushua was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so also walk in the newness of life. Understand? So we are to walk in that newness. What for some good? Understand? We are to walk in that newness of life. We are to walk as that new and put our old man to death. Understand? Because the things that we're going to inherit in the kingdom not compared to the things on this side. That's why we're going to detach ourselves from the world. We're going to wean ourselves from the world. Good? Understand? As what Paul said, the things that were there until we come to them down, that he might bring Yahushua. Understand? We're going to try to wean ourselves. The scripture said what? It will destroy you. Understand? It will destroy you. This place ain't the place to be. Understand? The scripture said the party, when we part, when we detach ourselves from the world, cut that umbilical cord. Understand?
Right? Romans 8 and 18 says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Hey, the scripture said in Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the righteous through much tribulation we enter into kingdom of heaven. You understand? You cannot catch that. But the fruit, you understand, as the apostle said, waiting is the hardest part. So planting that fruit, that seed in the ground, watering that fruit, tending to that plant, you know, nurturing the sprout until it blossoms into a full tree, then to pick the first fruit. That is the kingdom. But nurturing the tree growing up is why we here waiting for your house shy. Waiting is the hardest part.
2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 3 to 4. Thou therefore endure hardness as the good soldier of Yahweh Mashiach.
The word hardness, the word endure goes back to enduring, means to harden. You understand? What goes with endure is patience. Right?
I can say something on patience. Patience go back to the Greek word, the Latin word hupomono, hupomene, which means to what? Suffer long.
Yeah. Understand?
I was watching a kung fu a long time kick up with you know them fellas and them with their white beard and white eyebrows and mustache. And this guy, he came and he joined Shaolin. And he joined Shaolin. His teacher, his master, he was killed, right? And he was asking the grandmaster to go and avenge his death, and he told him, no, well, you're a novice basically. No, you have to learn more. You're not ready to go up against the man, because the man who killed your master, he was also a student of your master, right? He said, but you have to learn more before you can go and deal with him. So as he was learning, he was getting frustrated, and he was telling his new teacher, you want to go? He said, no, you have no patience. He said, have patience, have patience, have patience. So what I understood that back then men didn't even know what you were telling them. You were telling them suffer long, suffer long, suffer. You have to get the skill. He keep on telling them you don't have the skill. You don't have the skill, you can't. He said suffer, he said have patience, you don't have the skill.
Guess what? Patience don't ever lack experience.
Can't.
Because to have patience, you have to have experiences when it's making you patient.
Can't. Suffering long. A man that traveled on a long journey, he had much experience, he experienced many things.
Because when you're experiencing things, guess what? As a person, greater person to ourselves, in this truth you're going to suffer, so you want to suffer. So while you're going through it, while you're experiencing it, guess what? You're going to get accustomed to it. It's like, you know, you're going to, as the scripture said, did not haste.
Any time of trouble?
Yeah,
Sirach chapter 2, make not haste any time of trouble. But when I turn to a lower state, be patient, because you're going to deliver you.
Yeah. Romans 5 verse, I read from 1, it says, therefore being justified by faith, we have peace with the Most High through our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, by whom also we have access by faith into His grace. It's a disgrace wherein we stand.
What?
It says, by whom also we have access.
Somebody look up that word access.
Break up that, yeah, break up that.
Somebody look up the word access.
No, I don't think anybody have oh, only Yahweh data.
Look up the word access in Romans 5 and 5 and 1. 5 and 2, look up the word access.
act of bringing to a moving to access approach to the Most High, i.e. that relationship with the Most High, whereby we are accepted to Him and have assurance that He is favorable, set His face towards us.
Right. So that access now, that favorable access that we have to the Most High is us being able to tap into the Spirit. Understand? Being able to tap into the Spirit. Guess what? And you might tell somebody be able to tap into the Spirit, and they might be looking for some great spiritual thing to happen. Guess what? Just understanding who John 3:16 talking about is tapping into the Spirit. Matter of fact, like when you tap into the Spirit, like the Spirit tapping into you. Understand? Giving you the ability to understand what the Scriptures say.
I come back to the scripture in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 7, I think it is, or chapter 8. It says, just understanding whose gift wisdom was, is wisdom of itself. You understand? Because Yahweh shall reveal it unto you.
It's a positive declaration intended to give confidence in promise.
That shows give a promise. So He'll give us that promise. In the Scripture said that the entrance will always be open unto us. You understand? Being able to get both sides, giving us that spiritual internet, spiritual connection with that internet, spiritual internet. You understand? Because the Lord have the lines. You understand? The Lord have the line. And the line is the Spirit. The line is the Spirit. We connected to the spiritual internet. And by glory of Hashem, Yahshua is something with us, giving us the ability to understand spiritual things. So the Scripture said they are spiritually discerned. You understand? The Lord had to give us the ability to do that. So that entrance we have is from the Most High.
Hey, Salakia, if I may Salakia, right? You see, I forget how the scripture, I think it's correct. You see, talk about the simplicity of Yahweh Shai, right? Because what we have been corrupted because the scripture says, wanted them to seek deep to hide the evil, right? And that's Christianity and these different doctrines that we were perverted by. But the Spirit, which is the Word, which is the life, which is Yahweh Shai, which is the light, it's simple. Once you read the book, because there's the Spirit there too, reading the scriptures. That's the common understanding, because the scriptures tell you, don't commit adultery, right? So none of the brethren gonna commit adultery. That's the common understanding, common meaning same. That's across the board. Like you have a common denominator when you're doing maths, right? You have an improper fraction, two-thirds improper, right? The proper is what? The proper is what? The common knowledge, right? Which is to keep the laws.
Can understand? And the Most High give us the ability to tap into that Spirit. And that is why Esau don't understand the thing that freely given unto us.
For the carnal.
Understand? Esau don't have the ability. The Most High give Jake the ability to tap into the Spirit. Understand? To understand the things that are given unto us. Understand? That is why we come out here and testify and speak boldly and know the time that we're in.
We are the Israelites. People are afflicted and mourning. But hey, as always remember, the apostles and them saying that I think it was one of their elders when they was preaching in New York, and the limousine pull up on the either might jump out and say, how they get this? We spend millions of dollars to hide this from all here. What we get, God was given to us in the Spirit.
In Scripture said Most High revealed to us into our spirit. And when Yahweh Shai tell Peter, he said what? He said flesh and blood did not reveal this unto you. But the Father which is in heaven. And that is the entrance, that is access. Because the things that we understand, they're not all we own. Because how many of us sit down and read the Bible as the Scripture said in Isaiah 29, in the beginning, it says the Lord is like a book handed to one that is not really said. I pray you read this and it's like kind of because I have not known. And he said, read this and I pray thee. And he said it cannot because it is seen. You understand? We read the Bible, you know, hundreds of times. You know, in the world, well, some of us. And guess what? We didn't know that we were Israelites. You understand? We didn't know that we were Israelites, but now, just like you know, with Matthew chapter 1 verse 1, it says the son of David, the son of Abraham. That will fly over a lot of people's head, but that unique moment when they hear, when they come to the truth, when a brother just read it, then they're gonna just understand, because by the Spirit open the eyes to give you understanding.
There's two precepts. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and starting at verse 15. And account that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation, even as our beloved brother Paul, also according to the wisdom given unto him, had written unto you, as also in all his epistles, speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood, which they that are unlearned and unstable rest, as they do also the other scriptures unto their own destruction.
Rest is the twist, or the rest with the fight, or with the rules of the Most High. Understand? Unable to understand it.
But if I can add on to what you say too, because plenty of them doesn't understand the Most High Paul. Also too. They like to go up and say, oh, Paul is this and Paul is that, as do the other scriptures. You understand?
That's what I don't know.
But that's not true.
Let's add on the spirit. These things we spiritually revealed. Isaiah 21, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it. When he turned to the right hand and when he turned to the left.
If I could say, we're not going to talk about many people don't understand the writings of Paul, right? Because somebody brought to my attention on Facebook. They said Paul was like Edomite. You understand? Because what you're saying in Romans 16 verse 10 and 11, that the Apostle Paul saluted they are the house of Aristobulus, alright, and it had a guy named Herodian, alright. But when they going to Aristobulus was the grandson of Herod, and probably the brother Agrippa, Herod Agrippa the Great. You understand? But he said that Herodian is the kinsman, meaning the family, right? And when they read the precept in Romans 11 verse 1, the Apostle Paul said he's the tribe of Benjamin, right? Going on, he said he's are they Hebrew, so am I. You understand? He said Pharisees, and Hebrew Israelites circumcised the 8th day, right? But when they going to Herodian was a slave underneath Aristobulus. Alright? So they said here, the man bring out Herodian first. That is why it's important to search out things too. Right? Because some jakes and all, they like to play smarter. You understand? It says Herodian, right? New Testament in Greek. It says a Roman Christian, which when they go into the people who used to follow the teachings of Yahushua Mashiach wasn't Christians, right? They used to be called brethren or sect of the Nazarenes, alright, or the followers of the Messiah or Mashiach, alright? It says a Roman Christian to whom Paul sent greetings, alright, the name seems to imply that he was a freedman of the Herods, alright? So meaning he was a slave underneath the Herodians, which the Herodians are Edomites. You don't notice, right? It says, or a member of the household of Aristobulus, the grandson of Herod the Great. Paul calls him my kinsman, a Jew. You understand? So Herodian was a Jew, right? He was related to the Apostle Paul. So nowhere in the scripture would the Apostle Paul greet an Edomite. No, in the scriptures. Hey, why you think they call him the Pharisee? He was a Pharisee, and the Pharisees, he knew the law. Alright? He ain't going to salute no blasted Edomite. You understand why you think he say in the book of 2 Thessalonians, right? Just get out real quick. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians. Right? 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 2. It says that he be not soon shaken in mind nor be troubled neither by spirit nor by word nor by letter as from us, as that the day of Mashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Right? So who is the man of sin? Who is the man of perdition? Right? The Apostle Paul would have known that this was speaking about the Edomites. Right? At that point in time, the Edomites was ruling as the Roman Empire. Alright, so the Apostle Paul ain't going to go contrary to the scriptures, being he learned from Gamaliel, who is being a doctor in law, Gamaliel, Torah, being a doctor in law and salute a blasted Edomite. You understand? Plus Yahushua used to sup with the Apostle Paul. He used to talk to him direct. You understand? So no point in time the Apostle Paul went and greet nobody from the household. The Aristobulus, he being a Herodian, alright, he would have had his slaves underneath him, which would have been Hebrew Israelites. So a lot of people, as the brother said, right, Brother Yatizaka, a lot of people do not understand the writings of the Apostle Paul. Alright, that the Apostle Paul will continue to chip up. That's why you people have a problem with the New Testament, alright, and how the apostles will write the epistles of Paul. You understand? Because
guess what with the scriptures say? The scriptures say that if you with a man don't speak, that's like you salute to that man. And he contrary to what you believe in, you partakers of evil works. So now, if Paul was saluting the Romans, and the Romans as Edomites, and they are the ones who pressing Jacob, like Paul, you know, being a partaker, and them come like Paul saying, hey, you know, you're doing a good job pressing Jacob.
So this is book of Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 8. I'll start at verse 7. It says, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. Which the daughter of Babylon is Edomite. For thus said Yahweh Hashem Yahshua of hosts, after the glory hath he sent thee unto the nations which for you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye.
Israel is the apple of the Lord's eye. You look up the Babylon, most precious thing. That's the apple of your eye is like the scepter. You want to protect your eye from any damage. So that's how the Lord, you know, protects and covers over Israel. That's that. The Lord is for Israel. Always is. That's why I am. verse 9.
Ezekiel?
Yeah. 36, 8 and 9.
God, this is the book of Ezekiel 36, 8 and 9. Right, this is the book of Ezekiel 36, verse 8 and 9. It says, but ye, O mountains of Israel, ye shall shoot forth your branches and yield your fruit to my people of Israel, for they are at hand to come. For behold, I am for you, and will turn unto you, and you shall be tilled and sown.
Yeah, and the scripture said, so we had hand to come. We had hand to come right now. Because we are the end, as the scripture said, after 3 days we shall be with him. And some 2 days not work, so anytime during this time frame, the Lord Yahweh Shai can come and deliver us. Because we see the prophecies, hasted. Understand? We see the prophecies hasted, and the Lord beginning to raise us up. So it's almost that time. Understand? Just like when the Lord sent Moses unto Israel. Understand? When the Lord sent Moses unto Israel, it wasn't too long after that, guess what? Israel, matter of fact, the Lord took Moses from Israel, took Moses from Egypt, and was about a 40-year period before he sent him back. Understand? And then there was a period again before we left Egypt. And then a 40 period before we entered into the land. In a sense, it wasn't too long. In a sense, so hey, this could be, as the scripture says, to 9 verse 8. So this could be a time that we're looking for. As the scripture said, looking for and facing time. Come on, Lord, it's going to be time.
John chapter 2 verse 19. Yahushua answered and said unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
Understand? And that is what Yahushua did. The scripture says to a temple spoke of us his body. Understand? His body was destroyed. He died because he didn't see corruption. And 3 days after he rose. Understand? He was speaking about his body, he was speaking about the literal temple. The scripture said the Lord dwelleth not in temples made by hands.
Done. The church is the body.
Done.
We represent that temple. Yahushua being built back, risen up right now.
How do I get through?
Hosea 6, right?
6 and 2.
Right. Hosea 6 verse 2. It says, after 2 days he will... Hosea 6 verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, for he hath turned and he will heal us.
Yeah, the Lord told us how he taught us. By selling us and giving us into the hand of robbers. Selling us into slavery. Casting us off as a people. That's what the Lord told us. Right? As the scripture said, he was sold unto enemies and for your destruction because he saw most of the wrath. He sin against the Holy One. That's what the Lord told us by casting us off as a people for a period of time. Right?
It says, he hath smitten and he will bind us up. After 2 days he will revive us. And the third day, and in the third day, we shall live in his sight.
After 2 days he shall bind us up. Understand? And then a day with the Lord is 1,000 years. Alright, and 2 days done gone, so we wait till it to be around this time. There's a big open for. We open that is around this time because we won't be the hell out of here.
I missed out that part. It says, after 2 days he will revive us. In the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight.
And shall raise us up. Raise us up mean what? When Paul said in 1 Corinthians 15, he said, shall rise incorruptible. Understand? We're going to put on down heaven flesh.
This is Malachi chapter 4 verse 5 and 6. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of Yahweh Hashem El-Shai. And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
Understand? And Lord, that is what the Lord doing. What we told you, basically, as the scripture said in Zechariah 11, he said he broken asunder the band between Jacob and Israel. So the Lord bringing back that peace. I think it's John 2, he said, what he's our peace, what we would want. So the Lord bringing back that peace in Israel and start bringing back the brotherhood. Understand, as the scripture said, love who can no ill to his neighbor, love is no perfect. So the Lord bringing us back, turning back the heart to the Father, turning back, making back that unity in Israel. Because the enemy don't divide us. Divide us by fake culture, by fake religion. Alright? That's how the enemy scattered us and have us fight against ourselves.
This is Ephesians 2 and verse 14. For he is our peace, who had made both one, and had broken down the middle wall of partition between us.
Understand? And the middle wall of partition what? Is the law. Because what Judah had a problem with Israel because they wasn't keeping the law. You understand? That is why they didn't want to accept them back. You understand? They didn't want to accept them because of that. And that go back to like the prodigal son. Alright? And it's the same thing, just like how the Jews could see that the Mosai would take back the scattered tribes. It's the same way Esau can't say the Mosai can take all Israel back in these times. Understand? Because they thought that was it. They thought, yeah, that is it. One could be something.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 10 and 11. It says, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together, and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land. For great shall be the day of Jezreel.
Yeah, Jezreel is the seed of the Most High. Understand? And now we've been called the seed of the Most High. We've been called the children of the Most High. Understand? We've been called the children of the Most High right now. At one point we didn't know. At one point, when we hear about Israel, we thought was them red bastards over in peace. Alright? Not knowing that the people that we envy or wanted to be, we were those people. Alright? They put a false image to the book. We read in that book and not know they were talking about us. And that is with the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit. The Lord's Spirit open our eyes so we can see the streets we put in. Like I watch a video of this Farrakhan. He said that these elites, they know the Bible, they know the history. But he said they tamper with the Bible so much that they themselves forget what the Bible said. And you need the Most High in these last days to come and read it unto us. That is what Louis Farrakhan said. Yes, I mean, he's talking about Islam, but guess what? In a sense, it's true because we need the Most High to reveal this truth to us. Because they don't tamper with the Bible so much, but yet the truth still within it. Well,
it says John 10 verse 16, it says, another sheep I have which are not of this fold, them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
God, you understand? That is all Israel, evidently that is all Israel. Because guess what, back then it had you know, a few remnants of the northern tribe. But mainly the ones that Paul was going on to, that would have been what Judah, Benjamin and Levi that was scattered. It had some Jews that were in the land, but it had others that were scattered during that time. The other 10 tribes, they were over here. But now that scripture applied to all Israel, all the tribes. Like it have some Israelite groups that basically think that all Israel dark skin. They don't want to accept the northern tribe as being part of Israel. The Hispanics and Native Americans, they don't want to accept them has been children of the Most High. So now that scripture fully applied to all. It was applied to all Israel back then. But guess what? The ones that they read out what Israel, those that were Negroes, also Judah, Benjamin, and Levi that was scattered. Alright? Like during the time of the Maccabees. Alright? We had all the Diaduchi. Time of the Diaduchi. Israel was scattered through them four empires. Had Israel in Africa, alright, in Egypt, Alexandria, Egypt, had Israel in Mesopotamia, whereas it had Israel in the land of Israel. Alright, so it had Israel scattered. But now when you live among the Gentiles, we're thinking about what? You start to keep the ways of the Gentiles. And that, especially from Hellenization. All that started from the time of the Maccabees. Understand? So then when they start Hellenizing Israel, Israel start forgetting who they were. And that is who Paul went on to. Understand? But now in these last days, guess what? The word reach unto the northern tribe. It had somebody in northern tribe because in Luke 2, they tell about this woman from Asher. Right? Tell about this woman from Asher. So it had somebody in northern tribe. But the bulk were over on this side.
If I'm not mistaken, I think if you go into the book of Chronicles of Kings, one of the brothers from the States brought it out also. It had a little remnant from Manasseh Ephraim that came up in the time of Josiah in the Passover that he kept.
And guess what? In the time of Rehoboam and Jeroboam, it's had somebody in another tribe that turned that against him and went back to the some of the northern tribe wasn't done with that. Understand? They wasn't done with that. So they said they don't worship idols, they worship true God. And they went back.
So Psalms 22 and verse 28, and then I read verse 30. For the kingdom is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he is the governor of the nation. Verse 30, his seed shall serve him. It shall be accounted to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for a generation. Psalms 22 verse 28. For the kingdom is the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and he is the governor among the nations. Verse 30. His seed shall serve them, and it shall be accounted to the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for a generation. Yes, in these last days, right? All tribes getting back their heritage, getting back their nationality, right? And they come into the acknowledgement that, guess what, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. You understand? They serve in the Most High, right? Proceeding back into the book of Isaiah 44. Let me get that real quick. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 5. And start at verse 2. It says, thus said Yahweh Hashem Yahushai that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. For I will pour water upon him that is thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground. I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessings upon thy offspring. Right? Like, hey, going back into the book of Ezekiel 37. Alright? When the angel took Ezekiel out to the rivers, you understand? And everywhere that before that to go, alright, it come up. He say, scripture said that, you know, every time where this water touch, right, the creatures basically like come to life, roughly paraphrasing. Alright, about now, everywhere that the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai touching, right, that particular vessel, right, Jake waking up, they come into life, they come into the acknowledgement that, guess what, you know what, I'm a Hebrew Israelite, I'm a son of God. You understand? So no longer they will be in that Gentile state of mind. Even though it have Israelites who waking up in a deep sleep. Still, you understand? And that is just the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai at the end of the day. Because 2/3 of Israel going and perishing where they take it. You understand? Going on, it says, verse 4, and they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the water courses. One shall say, I am Yahweh's, and another shall call himself by the name of Jacob, and another shall subscribe with his hand unto Yahweh, and surname himself by the name of Israel. Right? Which is going on right about now. right? And that is a testimony unto all generations, right? Because the book of Luke chapter 2, verse 31, verse 32, around there, all right, it says that in the land of captivity, they shall remember themselves, meaning what? At some point in time, we forgot who we were, all right? But in these last days, the Most High putting back on that sinews and that flesh, and Israel waking up, right? It's not a great multitude of Israelites right about now. They're waking up, all right? People ain't going to no longer call themselves African or Egyptian or Ethiopian, all right? And to you blasted people who calling it themselves Ethiopian, like Sizzla Kalonji, all right? The Ethiopian, right, is an next name for Kush. All they like to burn up Babylon, but the Kushites is the founder of the Babylonian Empire. Anyway, you understand? But right about now, we see the prophecies coming to pass. That's how we know, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahshua is true according to his word. You understand?
This word spreading across the four corners, right? It's overtaking everything. Like if this place was to go on, Lord forbid, for another 50 years, Israel will be the biggest thing in the world. Israel will be the biggest thing in the world, but it didn't go on so long, right? This place is going to be destroyed soon. But just showing you that Israel spreading like wildfire, Christianity will be dead. It will have nobody in them Christian church. It will have nobody in them Christian church if this thing was to go on so much longer.
You know, hey, just today, me and someone was having a conversation, all right, and we think about it, hey, we are basically laughing, because you know what Esau used to do to spread wickedness on Jacob. They use rap, they use the entertainment industry, you understand? And the Most High is so strategic. No wonder why the scripture said he's a man of war. He's so strategic. Men like Kodak Black and this next guy, you understand? Mostly every song they singing now, they say, hey, I'm an Israelite, don't call me no Egyptian, or whatever the case is no more. So the Most High using the rap or the music industry to push that Hebrew Israelite from the, what you call it, vibration.
So like, I will say something on that, right? Yeah. They said, he used Kodak Black, and he used Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is the next man, right?
Yeah, can't.
So they say, why trim is that way to seek love? The scripture also said the love of money is root of all evil. Kendrick Lamar, Kodak Black, Nick Cannon, and all these other entertainers. Ice Cube. Right? Claim to know that they're Israelites, right? None of them can't solve the riches and come and serve in you. None of them are doing like the parable with Nicodemus. Right? Sell all that you have and come and serve the Lord. None of them are doing that. Right? They want to have the best of the both worlds. Nevertheless, look forward to these men. What these men are done, because what Esau do, when the scripture says, why children are going to seek love, right? And the love is the love of money. I want to seek it, the love of money, right? What Esau do, they will highlight these men. They will leave them there, they won't kill them, but then the poison will set in, right? Then the venom will set in. You understand what I say?
Yeah.
They're going to use them to help overthrow, or to try to overthrow the Israelite movement, right? They're going to use them to try to bring in that vile poison inside the Israelite movement, right? Because that's what Esau does. They infiltrate. So these men as agents, these men is set up. They're not serious about their abortion or shy, because none of them put off their riches to serve the Lord.
And not in them at the end of the day. They used to do it, right? But hey, when I mean the Most High is so strategic, the scriptures say all things work together for the glory of the Most High.
Most High is all out.
God.
He cover a broad spectrum.
God.
The word of Israel, the vibration of Israel is going out there. Have a town. These are Matthew chapter 13 verse 31. Another parable he put forth unto them, saying,
He said that if the 50 years pass, Israel will be the biggest thing. Really and truly, when you look at Israel's track record, Israel going to end up small again. That's why it's only the elect that are winning. Right now, Israel big. But guess what? Just like in ancient time, all Israel came out of Egypt, and what happened when they reached the wilderness? They had to turn back. So guess what? Only a matter of years before all these people who so-called be true, they're going to fall off like I've seen a video on Facebook with highlights on Facebook comments. And now people talk about the likeness, this. That's all it is with the eye. Lost the eyes. You understand? So there's presentation with all them other groups.
Another example spiritually is Gideon. Because they was big on the Most High, bringing down to this small number.
When did you let go in this time? That's why the scripture say when Elijah said, I am the calling God, say, hey, always keep our remnant. So Lord forbid this was to go on for the next 100 years. Really and truly, the only people might be made is the elect and the children, or whoever in that time, you know, come on, old followers. They're going to go back to where they was in.
Yeah. Matthew 13 verse 31. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof.
Yeah, guess what? That tree is the hardest part, because you're rooted to grow to the largest tree. But guess what? The tree don't grow. You understand? And it don't put 40 branches. As the scripture says, the city fig tree, 144, the city fig tree, put 4 branches, so that the summer is in. You understand? So right now is the big time. You can't all come and attack now. Because the tree don't grow. The tree don't grow into a big tree. You understand? The tree don't grow into a big tree. It's only a matter of time before, you know, it's time to really good fruit, good harvest.
Done. Like today I was pondering on that scripture where thou shalt not suffer thy holy one to see corruption. Right? Now the Most High gave us a commandment, hey, be holy for, you know, I am holy. You understand? Now, hey, we know that was speaking about Yahushua Mashiach. Alright? But we also the body of Yahushua Mashiach. You understand? And guess what? The Most High not going and suffer us to see corruption. Because the scripture said that Book of Wisdom of Solomon. Let's now bear me 1 second. Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter, I believe this is chapter 3, and verse 9. It says, for wisdom is a gray hair unto men, and unto spotted life is of old age. He pleased the Most High, Yahuwah Shai, and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners he was translated. Alright? It says, yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul. Alright? So hey, if any time, you know, God forbid we actually stay here too long, who knows what could go on? You understand? We could get corrupt out in this world because we see what's going on. Alright? Imagine they're showing on Facebook, a woman is an outright glutton. You understand? She blasted breakfast, probably about 10 pounds of food for the day. You understand? We seeing the amount of things that us be seeing. I mean, the world just corrupt. It's a woman who she a man and she like being a dog. You understand? And she going and change herself. It's our next one who says she's a monster. Hey, we know that all the Edomites is blasted monsters. But I mean, hey, this world just corrupt. It's on the dying stages. You understand? So the Most High not going and suffer us to see corruption. The time going to come here over Shai, going and deliver his hopefully elect out of this damn hellhole. You understand?
We have an adult baby. You ever see a video?
Did you?
No, Jake, Edomite, a big fat Edomite man. He's an adult baby, but he's just up in Pampers.
Now you ready?
Psalm 91 and verse 8 and 9. Say, only with thy eyes shall thou behold and see the word of the wicked, because thou hast made the house shall thou shine, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation. If I can just say it, that when you get to the next way, because when you practice it, you think that you don't hope to live with you. How did the street sign and crying? Crying unto the Heavenly Father. Because our cry is to his hands. Hearing our prayer. And the more we out here, the more things come worse and worse. And we are the soul for this year, but I for that. And what I'm asking something to say, in their home. This could be it. Anytime. Scripture said the children of the saints. You understand? And hey, so long truly and truly the spirit of Yahweh Hashem shall dwelling on a man, alright? Hey, wickedness and sin does actually make you feel that way, I should say. It does actually, even you yourself, if you sin, you get blasted head. You understand? That is why you have to be self-repentant. That's why you have to be in the spirit that King David had, always repentant about the things that you do. But when you out here in this world, boy, really actually you're rather dead. You understand? You're rather dead because when you see what's going on around, you don't want your child, you don't want to live here, you don't want to want your child grow up out here. This world is just not about corruption.
I'll be served back.
Considering the both sides, you don't respect the both sides. And I use respect because the word means to look back. But like how Twitter is saying, the Christian is saying that you don't respect the Lord, you're not supposed to obey the Lord, you respect Him. And I use the word respect means to look back. Like they do something and you ain't looking back to see like where you just live, like if it's wrong, just continue to marry it. Pass it.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 28, verse 9. My son, in thy sickness, be not negligent, but pray unto Yahweh Shah, and he will make thee whole. Leave off from sin, and order thy hands aright, and cleanse thy heart from all wickedness.
Yeah, now you have to cleanse your heart from all wickedness. You understand? Because hey, sin by itself is a sickness. Disobedience is a sickness. Really and truly, it come like you make a machine and it start to malfunction, it start to disobey the programming that you put inside it. You understand? If, certain computers, certain devices that a person make, you understand, they have to program it, alright? And from the time it's not going according to the programming, that is what we call disobeying that programming. So that come like a sickness, a malfunction. And 2/3 of Israel really and truly is malfunctions. Alright? Hey, all Israel malfunction. At the time, because hey, the scripture said in Isaiah 42 verse 21, I believe, this people have I formed for my praise. Alright, but we went off doing what? Praising idols, praising blasted wood and stone. That is a malfunction. You understand? That is a sin. You understand? So guess what? That is a sickness. So you have to pray to the Most High that He will renew your heart, that He put a right spirit in you so you could what? Always seek Him. You understand? That is what we have to do out here, and that is what the elect going on do. That is what the 1/3 going on do. They're going to seek the Most High in sincerity, and true sincerity goes back to the Hebrew Tamayim, which means perfection. To be perfect, they'll be perfect in heart, they'll be wholehearted. You understand?
Yeah, speaking in mic, I can barely hear.
When a man mentions something where you have to go David always used to right? Because there gets our passion of this is Psalm 51, right? And verse 4, and then I'll jump to verse 10. Against thee only have I sinned, and done this evil in thy sight,
that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest, and be clear when thou judgest. Verse 10 says, create in me a clean heart. Right, which your word heart goes back to the word called love, which is your mind. And when your mind gets polluted and you go off to these dumb idols, you know they're serving your true power. They want a broken systems. Oh yeah, how about Shem Yahushua? You need a right spirit into me.
Understand? You that right spirit in you, and hey, that is the baptism. You understand? That is speaking about. You understand? Because you going in the water as a dry sin and come back out. As hey, I was speaking to my foreman on work, and as he said, is a inward. He said, boy, basically an inward or outward expression or inward change, something unto that point. And I say, yeah, you understand? Because guess what? You could just bathe yourself. Every day we just bathe, you understand? And nothing will change. You depend yourself in water and say nothing, you have to renew your mind. You understand? You have to change your whole mindset. That is, hey, when people say, hey, you brainwash, I say, yeah. You understand? When you wash something, where you make it clean. You understand? This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 13. It says, the remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies. Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Alright, so the remnant of Israel not going to do iniquity before the eyesight of the Most High. This is why they're going to be worthy to rule. This is why they're going to be worthy to wear crowns judging the nation. Alright? Because they're not going to rule the world deceitfully like how the so-called white man ruling the world. Through lies and deceit. You understand? That is all the so-called white man does. Say he proclaiming peace, right? But the scripture say war is in his heart, right? Because a lot of people looking towards the so-called white man for a solution, for a remedy. Because why? In their mindset, them thinking that the so-called white man is the power that ruling the world. Alright? So they're looking towards him for a solution. But the white man don't have a solution. The so-called white man is corrupted. You understand? You have to look towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua is a pure spirit, he's a clean spirit. He's the one with the solution. Alright? And he's going to set up judges over the earth to judge the earth, these nations in righteousness and in truth. Alright? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 1. Isaiah 32 verse 1 Salakia. It says, behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment.
Right, that princes is the Israelites. Because this earth needs to be judged by spiritual mentality. Alright? Because everything have a spirit in it. Everything is a spirit. And it's only spiritual men to judge this earth. Because the earth itself is a living thing. Understand? Because this carnal man who's judging the earth right now, judging the earth wrong. He's going concrete every friggin' way and pitch. Concrete and pitch. You're walking on concrete and pitch everywhere you go. Right. Like for my job, I had to stand up 24 right through. That's hurt your foot. You understand? And that's just how fucking stupid these people is who run in this earth. They can't even make proper judgment to know that, hey, if you put too much concrete on the earth, it will F up your knees in the long run. It go even harm you. You understand? But you're slapping down concrete and pitch everywhere on the planet, right? That's just as how stupid, just on that little level alone, how stupid all is. Cutting down fruit trees to pave your whole yard with concrete. That's how idiotic all is.
Can't. Just say when you go to war, and see the fruit tree not to cut it down.
Can't.
But that's how you're going to be fed during the war. You understand? Be the time of war.
But they're just stupid. No, they don't have no shit. The earth itself is a natural shock absorber for winds and things. You understand? This devil just paving the whole earth with concrete. Walk on that, stand up on that, do everything. It's fucking Edomites.
That's why this family will not be so gentle. Because when you're looking for a fruit tree, you're gonna find a piece of everything. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 and verse 1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. Give ear, ye that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations.
Right, there you devils. These the judges are this earth right now. Most are you have the Bible, not so? You have the Bible in your possession. The Bible is yours, eh? You print it. And you know it's so good you could write a precept or a certain precept where you read. Like if you read John 3:16 and have precepts underlined, you could go through to match that because you know the Bible. But yet still you wouldn't apply the things of the Bible. But this book is already a judge here. Go ahead.
It says, for power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest. Who shall try your works and search out your counsels?
Right, so the most I try you devil's works, and they come up fail. They come up wanted. Right? Many take care you first.
Can't.
Right? You're writing on the wall for you devils right now. You so
right.
white people.
That's right.
Because look at your judgment. Your IQ is the fucking lowest of all men. The intelligence quotient is not high. You're not high. You don't have a high IQ. Huh?
Yes,
Basement.
The spiritual IQ. Because they create the IQ test, you know. Esau created the IQ test and they say that there's the why it is.
Yeah.
So the spiritual IQ is the basis because what? You destroy the earth. The earth is destroyed and the inhabitants thereof. All the regulatory systems, FDA, USDA, who? CDC. It's who? It's Esau.
This 11 is IQ. Look at the state of the earth.
Look at
the 11 IQ.
Look at the mentality of the people on it. Everybody just fucking thinking about the self. Not one person. Even in the states that they say, hey, you can't even go back to your neighbor and get a plate of food.
Can't.
That's how it is over here, a doggy dog world.
Can't.
That's because of the man who on top. Check along to the last person, the poor man underneath.
So when people can't go buy you for a plate of food.
Huh?
The old people can't go buy you for a plate of food.
The old people can't go buy him for a plate of food. The video was posted a lot of her pop with the Edomite. And I didn't feel sorry for that Edomite.
Who, the man?
The man.
Yeah.
Bruce. Yeah, Bruce. I didn't feel sorry for him.
Bruce was the vagrant? That was the one who's going from to the shelter?
Yeah.
Who come to see your daughter and the daughter say, okay. I just fucking in a homeless. Yeah. So dumb too. You see same thing. The dumb IQ, man. Your daughter is the boss or you the boss?
Yeah. Low IQ Edomite.
Base IQ.
Base IQ. You understand?
That's why the Lord said the wisdom of this world is foolishness. But when I really think about wickedness, really and actually be wicked is to be weak. You understand? It takes really and truly strength to do the right thing because it's so easy to do evil. You understand? That's why the Most High say, hey, you take pleasure in righteousness, you take pleasure in doing good because what? It's strong. The Most High is making good and evil. But really and truly, it's so easy doing the fucking wrong thing.
Esau doesn't do things by strike and luck. Esau do things with learned and passed down information from generation to generation by his left hand energy. You know. When you go to Esau College, right? You are chosen, you are selected for a fraternity, you know. You don't go and say, I want to join the fraternity. You are selected for a fraternity, you know. Right? Reason being, Right? I remember why I bring this up, because I remember I was telling you about this the policeman who I met, and the policeman said that what? He born a Muslim, right? And then going up the ranks, the level up that he is, things that he was doing, they appointed him to be what? A Shriner. Now Shriners, when they watch the movie The Original Mummy, the man who was on the black horses watching, and there was on all black, and they had the tattoos on the eyes with the sword, right? They were the Shriners, right? Because he was a Shriner when he went in, but later on he started to question certain things, and they moved him from the Shriners, and they made him a Gnostic, right? What he started do? They know you're reincarnated, you know? They know you're reincarnated. And they know that once you're part of the system, once it's in you to become a police, or to become a this or become a that, or to go into a university and reach our level, to excel. And Jake ran into the Elam, what do you call it? Salvation. You understand? Jake ran into Elam Salvation. Yeah, so what I'm saying now? Can't. Yeah. So yeah, so they took him from Shriner and they make him Gnostic. Right? So they know when they come up, when they excel with certain level of information, and they through their schooling, they are in different grades. They say, right, here we see, we're going to call him and put him in this lodge. Alpha, beta, gamma, and all that bullshit that they have in the colleges. Right? So because you're already streamlined to be indoctrinated, they know that these spirits already accept the system in past lives, in past incarnations, so they're going to accept it and know. You understand? So same thing can be said to the wicked when he left on his side. Now when the Lord said what? They that see him, that pierce him, shall wail because of him. Because they're going to see him when he returns. You understand? They're going to be there a lot too as officers, overseers, centurions.
Imagine you can
So and with that, we give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakakodash. Double honor to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. A salutation to the elect brethren that preaching this word in sincerity and in truth, because the focus is implanted. Shalom. Mawat la babal.